Hi! Howdy, everybody. Happy Thursday! How you guys doing? Sorry, forget to plug that in. Hope you guys all had a wonderful Thursday. It's Cringe Confessional night. Usually we do those on Wednesdays, but I was playing so much Palworld that I wanted to keep playing Powerworld yesterday. So we're doing it tonight instead. What's going on with the cat? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. That's Alibaba. Which is, I guess, it's a Sega Pac-Man game. Cody, you need a shave. Dude, you know what's funny? Do you guys remember how I tell that story about how I would grow out my facial hair and it looked bad, but I did it kind of as a joke? Hey, welcome to a few years ago. You're back in the past. It's one of those things that, like, it's the same with my hair. It's just, fuck it. I'm curious. What will I look like tomorrow? You know what I mean? Every day is a new journey. I wake up and it's a different person every single day. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of nice. Hold on, I forgot. I'm gonna tweet. I'll make a tweet. Here I go. I'm gonna make a tweet. Okay, tweet's up. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you all are having a fine almost weekend. It's not Tui Thursday. No, you got your one Tui stream. You will never get more. Never, ever. You got to play Tui already. So, hi, everybody. This tweet has gotten around now. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I made a tweet showing off me capturing another human capturing another human being, another member of my species, and we're up to 16K. I've had a few people reach out and they say they want to use this tweet. And honestly, I saw it on my For You page. Yeah, it's getting pretty big. Honestly, I'm shocked that this isn't causing more discourse about the game. I saw a few people that were like, they certainly had some thoughts about it. Think pieces. Coney, why is Diddy Kong Racing trending? I'm not clicking on that. It's probably porn. That's usually what it is. I'm not going to click on that. I'll never forget the Multiverses days. Every single day Velma was trending, and every single day it was porn. Sorry, I'm scarred. Every single fucking day I played Multiverses. My main was trending. It was so bad. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Yeah, this game comes out at midnight, I think. Maybe midnight PST. I hope you all have your copies ready to go and pre-downloaded. It's going to be a fun time. I also tweeted that I kind of hit the edge. I hit the burnout point. I played a lot today just to see how far I could get. I think I'm at the burnout point. The ingot situation takes way too long. It's way too long. And I don't know if it's just where I set up my base or what. I have a secondary base specifically for the ingots. It takes way too long. But 20 hours in is a lot. Especially for, you know, a $30 game. The Score Esports posted you on TikTok. Wait, they did it on TikTok too? Dude, they did this on Twitter. Are you fucking kidding? The TikTok has 105K likes. That I don't think they should be allowed to do. Come on, man. They did it on Twitter, but... now I'm mad. Missing out, Coney. Post it yourself. I'll go yell at Vince. C and D. Well, again, I've reacted to their videos, so, you know, circle of life. I can't be too mad. Come see, come saw, or whatever, you know? Yeah, I take their content, they take my content, they make a little money, I make a little money, everybody's happy. That's not the quote. Oh, is it not? Come see, come saw. Yeah, it's neither good nor bad. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. It's fine. It's fine. Tonight's Cringe Confessional. Coney getting hoed once again, chat. Well, as per usual. Right? They spliced the 2 clips together. They did their work. Okay, I mean, as long as it's transformative, that's all I get. You guys know I care about transformative content. Coney should be brand ambassador for Palworld like Void is for MVS. I'd do it. I'd be happy to do that. I didn't get into the game until the day before. I reached out to them 3 different ways. In every single way, I just got left unread. I sent them a DM. They didn't respond. I sent them an email. They didn't respond, and then eventually they got back to me. I think the burnout point is because you played so much. I've had that happen to me in other games. I mean, obviously that's a thing to think about. But I just mean burnout not in terms of not having fun, but in terms of I am now at the point where I'm not seeing real return to match how much time I'm putting in. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, before, it was like, all right, every hour gets me a certain amount of progress. Now it is at a snail's pace. It's just slowed down a lot. And usually what happens in these games is you hit the wall, and then you break through that wall, and then you're off again. But it hasn't happened to me yet. So you have to be like a Minecraft player and design contraptions for optimal resource gain. Yeah, I'm not efficient at all. You craft so fucking haphazardly. I'm doing my best. I didn't play Minecraft. I didn't have that game when I was a kid. So yeah, I don't know how to do the mining or the crafting or the survivaling. You put the base next to a wall. Is that not cool? I think that's cool, actually. It's a cool natural backdrop. No? I think it's cool. That Palworld tweet went crazy. I hope that, I genuinely hope that this... I love this screen. Imagine, okay. Imagine you're playing Smash Ultimate, and you go to highlight Crom, and he does this.
I'm bad!
Pops out of the screen to let you know how you shouldn't pick him. He's not a good character.
You want Vader?
I love this shit. I'm bad! So, tonight's Cringe Confessional. We have more stories than I thought we did. I think I told you guys we were at risk for running out because we were in April of this year. We're now in May of this year. So I think we have plenty because it only went from April to May. So maybe we had a big boost over the summer. I mean last year. You get what I'm saying. Coney, you must do Web Surf Thursday instead. Dude, I'm this close. I don't want to spoil. I'm about to pop another Web Surf. We almost have enough sites. If you guys have good sites, send them. Seriously. Websurf.coney.gg. We are this close. I have like 8 sites, but I need 12 for a little bit of buffer. Because they've been kind of filler the past few. When do we get a Crazy Taxi YouTube video? I think you guys just want to be different. I really do. I think everybody just wants their own little bespoke video just for them. Here is my YouTube video with 10 views. But I asked for it. Thank you, Coney. You want cameo YouTube content. You want something specifically for you, and I don't even think you want it. I just think you want to ask for it because you want to be different. You want to be the one to ask for the obscure game. It's performative. You're trying to show off to chat how much you know about the lore. You don't care. I just want more Cringe Confessional, then you're in the right place. We pop it once a month. and then I won't watch it. That's what I'm saying. There will be a Palworld video, though. Rivals 2 video? No. There's nothing to play right now. It's offline only. No. Someone let Charles know. Charles will pop in tonight. He always shows up for Cringe Confessional. It's fun. Hey, Twitch Prime Tier 1. Remember, no ads on the stream for 1 whole month, but you could get a year. And if you don't subscribe, you lose. Because you're going to get ads. That means you lose. You'll die, maybe. Maybe the ad will be so scary you'll die. Subscribe to Twitch Prime. It's free. Or a Tier 1. I thought I had the Vincent Price laugh on this, like, effect, but I guess not. So it's kind of creepy. He just slowly popped. What if I popped this, but I gave no mention to it? And nobody else in chat mentioned it? Only you saw it? Like, individually? Everybody's like, is anybody else seeing this genie? That'd be very scary indeed, right? Thank you, Blood Gumbo. Yeah. Yes?
BTW, I know you don't want to play the game itself, but the Pokemon Let's Go games for the Switch have a ton of cute little animations for the original Pokemon if you have them follow you around, so you might enjoy watching them. The Snorlax one is my favorite.
No. I don't care about a Pokemon or a cute little creature game unless I can inflict horrible violence. Or if it's good, like Arceus. Let's Go games are specifically for 4-year-olds. I think they're cool. I like them. Bat Chest. Bat Chest, the violence. I think it's cool. I liked Pokemon Snap, though. Yeah, I mean, the best thing about Pokemon games are just Pokemon being Pokemon. They're just animals. Every time they try to tie it to that battling bullshit, I'm like, dude, come on. I'm a big fan of Palworld. Although now, and I talked about this last night on the secret stream, I'm getting annoyed because there's no, like, clear direction where to go next. So there are all these boss towers, but you don't know which one is the right one. And they're all so far apart that, like, you'll fly to one. I flew to one last night, and that boss was not where I was supposed to be, and they killed me in one hit. And, like, yeah, it's kind of soulsy or whatever, but the other ones take so long to get to, and I don't know where to go to match my level. That's the issue. You found a super late game tower. I assume so, yeah. Coney when he's told what to do, Coney's when he's told not to do. It's a very fine line. You gotta not tell me what to do, but tell me what to do in a way that I think I came up with it. Like when you paint the ladders yellow. And I'm like, climb the ladder. Just spoke to me. It popped out. When I'm playing Uncharted and all the ledges are colored. I have an idea. Excellent. Good. I love that. RE4 had that, right? With the white ledges or whatever. BioShock did irreparable damage. Big blood arrow on the wall into a secret nook. Aha. Make me feel smart. Now RE has yellow everything. I love that shit. Unironically, I love that. I can't wait to play the new Prince of Persia. I'm going to find every secret, no matter what I do. I find that shit quickly. So I have a HelloFresh sponsorship, but I think I'll pop that on Sunday. So if you guys are getting HelloFresh, why don't you wait? Okay. I could save some money using my box. It's not tonight. Stop scattering. You guys leave the second I talk about sponsorships. Come on. Anyone else thinking about enlisting in the National Air Guard? Air Guard. I just saw a very convincing advertisement. That's why you should subscribe. Otherwise, you're going to go fight for our country, and that's very dangerous. I would highly recommend subscribing to the stream so you're not persuaded to join our armed forces. What is this song? Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. True. Thought I recognized it. Okay, let's get set up. Oh, guess who followed me? You won't. So I was just minding my business, and I guess it was because of the Palworld tweet or something, but this popped up, and I was like, huh? Why? I mean, he follows a lot of people, you know, I guess I'm just added to it, but I was like, huh? What did I do to deserve that? Was it me imprisoning the guy? Watch out, you're in his gaze. I do react on YouTube quite a bit. I might be in trouble now. He's become aware of my existence. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be in the reactor video. Hey, if he reaches out to me in DMs, I'll give him a quote. What if I convince him to react? Bro, it takes you like 5 months to make a video. You gotta script it, and then edit it, and be in it. But you could watch somebody else's video and make a lot more money. And he's like, good heavens, that's a great idea.
Remember, fellas, if
Coney,
you see
I never
someone
thought
on
of it
Twitter
like
saying
that.
the Pals and Palworld are blatant theft, be sure to do the right thing and report them to Twitter police. We cannot let them tattle to Nintendo and take away the greatest gift to man.
Hold on, I didn't hear the thing because I was reading. If you see someone on Twitter saying the Pals and Palworld are blatant theft, be sure to do the right thing and report them to Twitter, please. Can't let them tattle on Nintendo. Dude, I've seen so many people be like, why isn't Nintendo doing anything? Nintendo, do something! Nintendo, help! Pointing at the game. Stop that! And it's weird, like, it's there could be 2 games. The Palworld discourse is so insane. Like, they're clearly ripping them off. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not delusional. That is Lucario. I've seen Anubis. He is Lucario. I get it. But do you think Nintendo gives a shit? They shouldn't. Do they care? I've seen people make the point that apparently this game studio does this a lot. Like, they've ripped off a couple games. They did, like, a Breath of the Wild thing, and it looks just like Breath of the Wild. They had an Among Us game. Like, okay. But is the game competent? What's the game like? That's what I care about. If I... Hold on. How do I do this? If I take a chocolate chip cookie and I add walnuts to it, but it's still tasty, I'll still eat that cookie. That makes sense. True? How's that analogy? Did it do anything for you? True. Okay, good. Yeah. Palworld is a brownie with walnuts. It's still fine. Just a little chunky. You just sound hungry. A little. Maybe a little. If I steal a thing, it's okay. True. True. As long as my intentions are good. Maybe I'm hungry. Listen to that Genesis soundtrack, dude. So-called free thinkers when streamer says true. There's got to be one guy in here that says true out loud with me. True? There's got to be one guy sitting back in their chair. True. Okay! Look what I got for you. I found them. I'm not doing full dress up, but I found this. Are you happy? Do you like me?
Here we go!
Coney, height check.
Oh, hell nah, that red title looked like a rat.
How tall? Pretty tall, actually. Pretty good, right? 5'1". How do you know? I'm gonna add like a text line on my stream specifically that says the height here. Hold on. If I could just do like this. .55. But wait, 5'5" is not where I am. Look. So 5'5" is here, okay? Right here when I'm sitting down. Watch this. Check that out. Boom. Now what do you say? I got the surgery. That is incorrect. I got the shin surgery. I'll never jump again. I gotta ride around in a wheelie forever. Coney, get the surgery. I feel really bad for any dude that has to get that surgery straight up. Well, not has to. Elects to get that surgery. Because that guy has trauma. Somebody said something indescribably fucked up to that guy. He got made fun of by, like, middle schoolers. Coney, you look 15 years younger with glasses. You look 35 now. Thanks, man. I don't know how age works. Like, when I have my hair out, people are like, oh, you look older. You look younger. Beard, older, younger. Glasses, older, younger. So, you guys don't fucking know. Okay, let's do Cringe Confessional. Shall we? My favorite thing about Cringe Confessional is taking the mic off the stand. I genuinely love to do it. I really do. Lose the hat for Cringe Confessional? Oh, you're not going to like this. Another day of having a fine, full head of hair. Although I didn't shower today, so it's kind of icky. Look at the volume. Oh, baby. That's beautiful. Put it back. You don't like it? You don't like it? Come on. It's not a mullet. It's the same. It's just long. It curls in the back. It's not a mullet. It just curls in the back. The mullet means it's short up front. It's not short up front. All right? Please shave your head on stream. I did that once. It looked so bad. I had a buzz cut. I don't have a head for it. Do you see how much space is here and how much space is here? And here? You see that? There's too much space. I'm not going to tell the Bethesda joke again with the sliders. I have a Mies face. You look like you make dubstep on SoundCloud. It's literally the glasses. Okay. All right. Coney, you might look okay with a man bun. Fuck you too, chatter. All right. Don't talk to me like that. You guys get a little bit too comfortable with the streamer man. Just talking all kinds of nonsense. Be nice to me. Thank you, Mathematicool. I'm on one tonight. I don't know what's up. I'm going to be mean. That's why I love Cringe Confessional. I get to be mean. People submit stories that they're most vulnerable, and I get to shit on them. Okay. When your hat was pulled super far back with the headphones, you looked like Wizro. No, I don't. It's not true. Not true. Okay. I got a follow from I Am the Real Lorax. Can you please type in chat? I just like your name. We need a reverse Lorax in here. Is it really you, Lorax? Hi, Lorax. Love your work.
Palworld shocked me to my core because I was expecting a RIP off and it was actually good.
It's good.
The designs are way too close though. They might want to change that before Nintendo sends the ninjas. Also, I assume you don't give two shits about the Xbox Direct.
Xbox Direct? Where? We were telling you about Lorax. He's in a Discord. Oh, it's that Lorax from the Discord? Hi, Lorax. Yeah, I have not talked to that Discord one time. I said I would, and then I didn't. I've been busy. My car came in. So my new car's here. Bless up, everybody. That was a developer thing. Xbox Direct? I don't care. I don't care about the Xbox. Okay! Watch this. I'm gonna use my jutsu. I'm in the cringe dimension. I don't know what Nintendo could do to, like, actually do anything about because it's not They could just say that, like, I don't know. Lucario is probably based on some, like, ancient Egyptian deity, right? And they could be like, well, you ripped off the ancient Egyptians. So we ripped off you ripping off the ancient Egyptians. True. What are they going to do about it? There's clear evidence of stolen models. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. And if that is true, then what am I going to... Then it's open and shut if that's the case. If they're grabbing the actual models, then yeah, that's different. Coney, the date. Oh, whoops. Is today the... Oh, I think I saw the 19th, and I thought today was the 19th. I'm silly! Hold on. Did I download it? Is it this? Oh, I just downloaded the wrong file. One sec. What? Downloads. Why is that not updating? Does it not update unless I close file when inactive? Maybe if I refresh it? No. All right, I'll just re-download it. It's fine. Let's change it up. Okay. Christmas time is here. Time for joy and time. Okay. Banana, 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 banana. Okay. How are we doing? I think this is good, right? Is this my normal size? Is this it here? Am I usually bigger? Do I zoom a little bit? That's pretty good, right? Probably like right here. True? Okay. God, look at it. Oh my God, dude. It's so fucking long. It's like long and ugly, but I can't bring myself to cut it. Because one day I'm going to wake up and it'll be beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to look like Fabio. I'll change nothing about my lifestyle, diet, or habits, and I'm just going to be gorgeous. You know what I mean? That's what I'm waiting for. Because I've seen what happens when I cut it all, and I look heinous. So surely growing it longer will help. I'm almost there, man. Yeah. It's that image with the guy in the diamonds. Okay. Gotta find my song. I gotta find a better place to put this. Did I get rid of it? Peep this one. That one's in my watch later, so I never lose it.
Friends.
That one's been sitting in my watch later for literally like 3 years, so I can always remember what it is. It's called Doit, if you're wondering. Sorry about that, friend. Dude, that Friends video, where they say Friends, is a video on the impact of Al Bundy and Married with Children as a TV show. It's like an hour and a half long, and I've never watched it, but it's in my watch later forever. Because I'm interested with in Married with Children as a sitcom that was transgressive in the mid-90s. Love that show. I've only seen a little bit of it. Thank you, Wizard2, for the Prime. Legitimately one of my favorite shows. I think that show and Beavis and Butthead are two of the most underrated shows ever made. Genuinely. Like, Beavis and Butthead especially. Like, maybe the cultural impact wasn't as big, but that show is very fucking good. How is Beavis and Butthead underrated? It is an amazing show. It's very funny. Okay, we need to start. All right. What am I going to say in an intro? I'll wing it. Fellas, welcome back to Cringe Confessional, the most horrifying show on YouTube. I set up a page where people can send me anonymous stories of their most embarrassing moments. It's cringe.coney.gg. Today, me and an AI TTS are going to read it. I shouldn't say AI, people are going to be mad at me. A TTS bot are going to read some of these stories, along with Twitch chat. You want to see them? They're right here behind me. Say hi, Twit. Say hi. Just say hi. Just say hi. Oh, hey. All right. Oh, I see Charles in the chat. I knew his ass would show up. I knew you'd be here, Charles. I knew his ass would be here. He's always here for Cringe Confessional. All right, let's do some Cringe Confessional and listen to some of the worst stories ever heard. Shall we? I always wanted to do the full intro to this song, but it's a minute 55. That's too much. Charles always popping the shall we with me. Love it. Okay, today we have 40 more stories from I don't like, what is going on with my hair? It looks like a Lego piece. Okay. Let's set this up. What month are we in? May of 2023. So we got 7 months left? 8 months left. 40 stories for tonight. As per usual. Usually about 40. All right, let's kick this off with Peter. Peter, bring us in.
So in high school I was part of my school's Japanese culture club.
Sick.
We actually went to cringe overall
Bullshit.
and actually touched on a lot of interesting topics.
Name one.
But obviously none of us were that popular.
Does anyone else think that subs are better than dubs? It's like you can really hear the emotions in the voice actors. Japan takes voice acting very seriously.
The club was formed later while I was in school, so I was part of it for about a year and a half.
Okay.
Senior year, near the end it is proposed that the last day not be about a topic, but more of a party type of setting for all of us to just sit around, chat, play some music one last time.
What's the song? I know where this is going. What's the song? Attack on Titan opening?
On the last day, we're all having a good time, and someone proposes a group karaoke sing-along. But what
Miku,
song?
you think?
I heard the song. I get up and throw up the song that, in my mind at the time, would be the perfect song for us all to sing along together. It was a very well-known song, and surely that meant people had an idea how it went.
Okay. Japanese Culture Club. Cringe Confessional. Let's connect the dots. I'm like Sherlock in my mind palace. Like what could possibly be? This guy is out of touch. He thinks that this song is known throughout all of culture. It's going to be a song that only he knows, and it's going to be weird because he suggested it. Neon da 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 da. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think you're right.
That song was the absolute bop.
Who said Miku? Who said Miku?
By Hatsune Miku.
Who said Miku? Congratulations. Well done. God bless. Enjoy your Coney coins.
I throw up the illustrated video from 2008, and the song begins to play.
Awesome.
I'm standing in front of the rest of the club, doing my best to sing the lyrics, and everyone else is staring at me.
I guess
Silence.
the right song.
The whole song.
You lose points for that. Just saying Miku, you get points. If you said the name of the song, you're part of the club.
Silence. The whole song plays like this, with the Chibai Miku drawings playing behind me. I'm trying my best, not noticing everyone else cringing in their seat.
Have you ever tried to show your friend a YouTube video and they're not into it, and you look down at the time and it's like 12 minutes and you're like, oh, what do I do? Oh, God, people have done that with my videos, I'm sure. This guy's just yelling. This guy's loud and annoying. Worst feeling of all time. You're like, you don't get it. You gotta watch more. You don't get it.
I'm trying my best. It is only after the song finishes that someone's like, yeah, we don't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
I realized my grave error. I sit down in shame, and everyone else goes back to doing what they were doing
That's
as
pretty
they
funny.
realized there was a lack of Japanese music that everyone knew the words to.
That is a little
To
strange.
this day, this scene flashes in my mind sometimes and I die inside, but I cannot believe they let me go on for over 4 minutes without stopping me.
I don't think this will ever go away. I think this stays with you for life. Some of these stories are like, okay, that's just normal high school shit. You know, you kind of misread a situation. Maybe it was unrequited interest or whatever. This one is a grave misstep, and you will think about it until you die. This is a good one. Thanks for the submission. I honestly, and this is how I know that I'm dead inside, I think group karaoke is cringe regardless. I'm just hateful. Like, whenever somebody does, like, in a public setting, like, starts to do the Pokemon theme, and I'm like, nobody's going to sing along with this guy, and then they do, and I'm like, I'm dead inside. Why am I the one that can't feel joy in my heart? People are doing, like, live and learn karaoke, and I'm like, I'm going to jump out a window. I hate this. But everybody else is just having a great time and enjoying the moment and being part. I'm the Grinch, and they are the Who's. Drink more alcohol? I don't drink. That's true. Yeah. I think that actually might be it. Yeah. I am not fun. I'm really not. I'm a piece of shit. But you know what? I'll sit on the side of the room and I'll politely, like, I'll smile. I won't bring down the vibe. I'll just, hate myself for being affiliated. Coney, you're on my phone right now. Do you have anything to say to my applications? Oh, are they, like, above me? I'm going to pop them, delete them, like this. Okay. Good story. Coney at the Jay-Z concert. Jay-Z is cool as shit, dude. That guy's genuine. I said this before, but it's cool to just see a genuine, earnest guy doing what he loves without a lick of doubt or irony or, like, this mask of, like, I don't even care. I don't care. It's like he just does the shit he likes. It's great. He's awesome. I love him. He just loves what he does, yeah.
From my first day of middle school through my sophomore year of high school,
Thank
I
you,
was
Anonymous
good
Gifted. Wait, Haz is in here too. Wait, Hazmat, B, Charles, and the Lorax are in here? Are you guys in the Discord watching this together? The whole fucking Discord is in here. What the fuck is this? It's a party in that fucking place. I'm about to pop him right now. This is everybody's favorite segment. Okay.
From my first day of middle school through my sophomore year of high school, I was
Sophomore.
good friends with this girl whom I had a crush on, but she was in a relationship with another friend of mine.
Okay.
She called me in tears one day telling me that she and my friend had just broken up, and she felt like I was the right person to call. This was music to my ears.
Do you need a shoulder
She
rub?
asked me if I could come over, and I ran over to her house. She snuck me in through her garage into her basement where I was able to comfort her without raising suspicion from her family.
Okay.
It took a while, but when I felt she was okay, I needed to head back before my parents started wondering where I was.
Uh-huh.
On my way out, she tried to kiss me, but I pushed her back because something seemed off.
Is this a trick? Or do you think it's a trick?
Then I remembered something very important. I had gotten back from my tonsillectomy an hour ago and was still incredibly high on anesthesia.
What kind of irony is this? Do I have any English teachers in the chat? This is some dramatic irony, perhaps? Why does the narrator know more than the reader? What? I don't like that. You should have disclosed this information.
Better yet, I was pretty much imagining everything that was happening.
She was never real? This is Joker. What the fuck is this? You just made up a story? Okay.
After she called me asking me to come over, I begged my dad to drive me to her.
Alan Wake on Cringe Confessional. Okay.
After she called me asking me to come over, I begged my dad to drive me to her house where he would then sit outside in his car, instantly alerting her family that I was there. On top of that, I stayed for about 5 minutes, didn't say anything, and got kicked out by her parents. I woke up the next day with no recollection of what actually happened that night, but was pleasantly reminded by not only my parents, but the girl herself.
I'm so confused. Did you imagine this entire interaction? I'm so confused. So you imagine that you ran to her house, hung out together, something felt weird, she tried to kiss you, and then you stopped her. But actually what happened is you went to her house, sat quietly for 5 minutes, and then got told to leave. Can that happen? What kind of drugs are those? I've never experienced this. Really. Good ones. I need a tonsillectomy tomorrow. Take these out. Ah! I'll have what he's having in the surgery ward. That's funny.
Back when I was 10, I was invited to a paintball birthday party.
Cool.
All was swell. I was playing fairly well for my first time paintballing, and I was having fun.
Don't need to brag.
Around the last round, I ended up doing a funny. I was sitting in the elimination area, and a couple of older kids were walking towards the area, and as they were coming closer, my finger accidentally pulled the trigger.
Okay.
To this day, I still feel bad, as the stray paintball was shot at an angle that hit one kid dead in the crotch.
Critical hit,
As the kid fell to the ground in pain, and his friends around him, one of his friends...
Hold on, I can't focus on the story. I can't focus on the story because something... I have to admit something to chat. My favorite emote in the world is Teddy Long showing up and a first-time chatter just dropping a story coming out from the back like they're backstage. When I was younger, my mom introduced me to the son of her friend, and we woke up just to the entire audience. Teddy Long arriving is my favorite emote. I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry. I couldn't focus until I pointed that out. It's so funny to me. His music hits and everything, and he just walks out with a full-on tail. Okay, my bad. I was not focused on the story, and I didn't want you to think that I wasn't present here with you. You know, you deserve more than that. This isn't going in the YouTube.
To this day, I still feel bad.
Yeah, we hit a
as
kid
the
in the
stray
dick,
paintball as the kid fell to the ground in pain, and his friends around him. One of his friends asked around trying to find who shot him. I, obviously in fear of the kids probably around the range of 15-17.
I would never do that. Shoot a guy in the no way.
They had no clue who shot him, and I ate Wendy's on the way home.
This isn't even Cringe Confessional. That's the end of the story. You got away with it. You got no GTA stars for that. Nobody even knew or cared. This isn't cringe. You got away with a very funny prank. People on Jackass get paid millions of dollars to do this, and you got to do it for free and enjoy it with front row seats. Assault confessional. Yeah, this is crime confessional. Yeah. Can't wait for that spinoff. People confessing to murder through an anonymous Gmail form. Awesome. Yeah, this one isn't even bad. Bro said trousers.
For reference, while this story takes place 2 years after I started identifying as a girl, this was the first couple times I bought female clothing. My family was all out and I was home alone. I had a couple hours to kill and it was summer, so I went out with my keys and wallet and the intention to buy a plain black skirt. So I went into a clothes shop in the high street and eventually found my size of skirt because I didn't really know my waist size.
Okay.
I eventually bought
I
it
would
and
be
the
lost,
checkout
too.
person was really nice. I went home wearing it and nobody seemed to mind. It felt great. My mother also said it was quite nice and asked for the shop name and I told her.
Okay.
She seemed okay with it. I went out again a week later and bought a dress with flowers and she also found it nice.
Okay.
But the third time was not great.
What happened?
I'm quite blind to my surroundings and I bought these white trousers with a weird texture and a blouse that went well together. I walked home in them and at home, my mother opened the door and laughed. Apparently, the shop I'd be going to basically only sold old people clothes, so I never wore that stuff again. But the real issue had been the
maternity
trousers.
Clothes? Yeah, I don't know.
They
what
were
the...
translucent and I had been wearing white underwear unfortunately patterned with palm trees and the palm trees and outline of the underwear had been visible all the way home. That marked the end of my time with the old people clothes shop and I only wear the skirt out of all my purchases, wasting about £60.
A lot.
Shopping online was more for me anyways.
Okay, so we walked home with see-through trousers. Yeah, British chatter. Yeah, that's a very silly story. A little long for a story that's just my pants were see-through, but thank you for writing in. British gross. Ew. I know. Wait until we find a French chatter? There's no way. I've driven them all off. Press 1 if you're French.
I was in 8th grade at a private Catholic school. My parents just gave me my first phone, and I was so excited to show my friends, as I was the last person in my friend group to have their own phone.
Okay.
For context, this was in the late 2000s, and my phone had a touch screen that was hardly functional. To top it off, this was like day 3 with my phone, so I barely knew how to use it.
There's a weird thing that happens with Cringe Confessional lately. I feel like it gets a little over-explained. Like you're trying to justify whatever's about to happen, but maybe it's a setup for a funnier punchline. Maybe. But I'm not going to well, I will judge you, but I don't know who you are, so don't feel like you got to justify yourself to me. I will judge you and make fun of you. But this might make it funnier or it might make it worse. But
we were in the middle of taking a test for our religion
editors.
class, and my friend, who was in another class, thought it would be funny to call me mid-test, since they knew I had my phone on
what's
me.
the ringtone? What's
like
the ringtone?
the genius that I
Snape.
was, I had
Probably
my
that.
ringer at full volume, so when they called me, the Monty Python Benny Hill song blasted from my phone and echoed throughout
Very
the classroom.
silly indeed. Very
I
funny.
felt everyone's eyes on me as I immediately panicked and tried to turn it off by pressing all the buttons.
Oh, wait, were Charles explaining? Oh, hold on. Wait 1 minute. Hold on. I got something for this. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's not here. He's only on this source. Here he is. Hey, Charles. I need to add this to the Cringe Confessional when people start yapping. Yeah, Bit's dead. Too late. Okay. I'll add it after this story.
I felt everyone's eyes on me as I immediately panicked and tried to turn it off by pressing all the buttons on my phone and tried to decline the call.
Funny.
But the touchscreen refused to read my incessant tapping, all while this goofy-ass song continues to play.
It's a silly song.
I finally silenced my phone only to look up and see my teacher standing over me. I have tears streaming down my face from panic embarrassment, and she asks me to leave the classroom.
You're crying?
As I was leaving, I looked at her and said, I guess Monty Python isn't for everyone, in what I thought was an attempt to make light of what happened.
Did you do that while sobbing? Eyes red and bloodshot? Tears streaming down your face, turning around? Did everyone clap?
It was the first and only time in my life that I've ever had detention, while my friend got off scot-free.
Why did you get detention? Am I crazy? I guess, were you not allowed to have phones on? Why did you get in trouble? You're obviously sorry. You're crying. I guess it's the teacher. Yeah, it's a Catholic school. Oh, did they say? Yeah, they hate phones and pleasure and anything good in the world. It is a Catholic school. No, you're right. Okay, you're right. And they really don't like Monty Python. Based. True. I hate British comedy. Actually, I would discipline you too. I would send you to detention and give you 8 VHS tapes of what's the funniest American comedy? Saturday Night Live. SNL. Surely. America's Funniest Home Videos. Yeah. Just people falling down. Dogs kicking old people into lakes. Very funny. What is, like, the quintessential American comedy? Is it Seinfeld? I was going to say Simpsons, but I think that's just me being old. You know what I mean? That's just my thing. Friends/Seinfeld. Hold on, I got to get Charles in here. 1 second. Sorry for the... my bad. Hold on. How do I get Charles in here? What's the file? Oh, it's downloads Charles explaining. Okay. It's so easy. But wait, if I do that... Okay, let's just do this. Okay. There he is. I need like a little word bubble. There he goes. All right, we're good. Duckman, great answer. Duckman is a phenomenal answer. I liked that show. I just love Jason Alexander. He's awesome. Oh, by the way, I forgot to email. I shouldn't say this. Guy who emailed me about the hat, if you're in stream right now, I'm going to email you back. I just forgot. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I keep forgetting stuff. Sounds good. Okay, yeah. Leaked. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Coney. In my senior year of high school, I took creative writing.
Me too. I hated
There was
that.
a girl who in my class that really liked me, but I was so oblivious.
Uh-huh.
We went for ice cream one night, and she put her head on my shoulder, and we
Aw.
sat there, and I was like,
That's sweet.
man, being friends is cool, and didn't act on anything.
I
Later
love
that
having
year,
a friend.
she asked me to prom, and I asked her the date, and she told me it was the weekend. I then rejected her because Dark Souls 3 had just came out on Tuesday, and I wanted to play that instead.
On Tuesday? On a weekday, dude? You're kidding. Based gamer. Lordran isn't going to save itself.
She was visibly shocked, and didn't.
Shut the hell up, lady. I got to beat up Gundex Uter.
She was visibly shocked, and didn't
I
talk to
would
me
too.
for the
I
rest
would
of the
be shocked
semester.
too. I would
She's
be,
now married
Ju-
and a teacher, so at least she figured it out.
I guess so. Yeah, that could have been you. Could have been you. You could have been married to a lovely teacher who is very sweet, but instead you just had to beat the Gundix Eater. I don't remember his name. That's the only boss I can remember. The big ass skeleton with the ring. Did you beat Dark Souls 3, chatter? I need a follow up. Did you beat the game? You better not have quit at that point. 2 options, Dark Souls 3 or marriage. Not even all of Dark Souls, just the third one, yeah. That's funny. Dark Souls came out on Tuesday, prom was that weekend. Wait! Hold on. Oh my god, she did say it was...
She's now married.
Wait,
and
they said it was the weekend. I was
later
going to say it was prom like on a Tuesday or something? I thought that'd be weird. Wait,
we went for ice
so Dark Souls came out on
later
a
that-
Tuesday, and you didn't go to prom because it was that weekend. So you had 4 days all week. They wanted to play on the weekend. Can you not? I would, okay, it's the end of the school year. I would call out of school, call out. I would not go to school one of the days and play Dark Souls and then go to prom, which is like a social rite of passage. It's one day. You're kidding. Finals are important. No, they're fucking not. Coney is forgetting what it's like to not be 30. That's true. I agree with that, but I will tell you, grades did not matter. High school grades did not fucking matter. They act like it matters. It doesn't. At least it didn't for me. Maybe I'm privileged. They keep saying I am. But how should I know? We need to circle back to this confessional. Yeah, I need an update. True. You heard it here, kids. Drop out of school from Coney. For one fucking day to play Dark Souls 3? Yes! I used to take off work for video games. I did it for Cuphead. Did it for Undertale by accident. I think that's it. Those 2 games.
At the time I was probably
Did it for Smash, true.
At the time I was probably around 3rd grade, and I had a huge crush on a girl in my class.
Crushes
I'm
in
too
3rd
young
grade?
to really be embarrassed, so I asked my parents if I can invite her to my birthday
I
party.
thought girls were
They
weird
say
and
that
had
if I invite her,
cooties.
I have to invite some of her friends as well, because I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time at the party with her. So when I give
Those are
out the
smart
invitations
parents.
and come up to her group, I say my
That's
dad
really
told me I
nice.
had to
That's
invite
really
them
sweet.
and explicitly say that I only wanted the one girl to come.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what Okay, I don't think okay. Your parents were right here. I don't think you should have disobeyed your parents, and I think you're gonna find out why in just a minute. I gotta say, those are some very forward-thinking, wise parents. To be like, all right, well, not just her. Like, you should let her friends come too, because otherwise you're just gonna be playing video games all day, and she doesn't want to do that. She probably doesn't want to watch you play with your friends just because you like a girl. But hold on. Let's see how it ends. 1 second.
So of course she is the only one who shows up.
Okay.
Cue me hanging out with random friends at the arcade the entire party. I think I didn't talk
Yeah,
to her at all.
I thought that might
so
happen.
one night
Yeah.
I'm lying in bed years later, having moved to a different state, and realized that this poor girl was just alone at the arcade until cake and presents for like 2 hours, and I still think about it when I can't sleep. I'm sorry.
You have very thoughtful, wise parents, and it is so sad that that didn't rub off on you. Your parents are very wise and conscientious and smart, and you're dumb as shit. That's so sad. I hope you learned something. I guess you did if you're losing sleep over it. That girl could also totally submit her confession. She thinks it's her fault. I got invited to a birthday party in an arcade, and the guy never spent any time with me. I think he doesn't like me and thinks I'm weird. I wonder if Coney ever takes live call Cringe Confessions. I wanted to when I started this originally, but the reason that I don't is because I don't want to. I don't want to. That's basically, I could extrapolate on this, but I don't want to. People will yap. Yeah, it might be a long story, and I don't want to be rude, and I don't... There's a difference between making fun of somebody and being mean in a text thing and, like, shitting on someone through a Discord call. Like, I don't want to hurt somebody. I don't know. It's more personal. They might have their name. I'm not trying to hurt their feelings, you know? I might be held accountable for this shit that I said. It's just bad for everybody. Maybe they're, like, holding back tears or something, and then I gotta comfort them. No. You're actually paced. You're really cool, actually. It wasn't that bad. Let's change up the reader. Let's go, my boy Rod. Grade. Is it Rod? In the 3rd grade.
Back when I was in grade school, we would occasionally go to our local Hollywood
You said
Video
it
to
right.
rent movies and games.
Awesome!
Eventually,
Hollywood Video!
they opened up a video game store called Game
Game
Crazy next door.
Crazy!
And since you could walk right into it from the
I
Hollywood
didn't have
Video,
a
I
Game
often
Crazy.
walked around in there, looked at stuff, tried out
Betcha.
demos, and chatted with some of the guys working there, particularly one guy who I refer to as Ben.
Okay.
At one point, I saw a flyer that said they were hosting a
Oh,
DDR
shit!
Mario Mix tournament. with the grand prize being a promotional t-shirt of your choice
Why?
and a $25
Why
gift
Mario?
card. At the time, I was around 9 years old, and I hadn't played
But you knew
DDR Mario
DDR.
Mix specifically, but I did play my fair share of DDR
Sure.
on PS2.
Wait
Our
a
town
minute.
wasn't known for hosting huge gaming events.
Did he get tripped up by the bombs or the Koopa shells? I bet he did.
I was able to consistently beat songs on the second highest
Oh, no,
difficulty,
second
and I
highest.
figured that since it was a Mario game, the songs wouldn't be quite as tough.
Oh, no.
There were about a dozen people in attendance at this tournament, including my dad, who drove me there, and Ben, the friendly clerk I talked with a lot.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact rules of the tournament, but I do recall actually doing pretty well on the first song and making it to the next
I
round.
hope they threw you into the heart, like the max 300 or whatever it is of Mario Mix.
Then the second song hit, and I failed in the first
Oh,
10
God.
seconds.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I took this extremely poorly,
Okay.
and I crouched in the corner of the store and cried loudly for a very long time.
Okay. All right, so you failed in the first 10 seconds, but the song keeps playing. So just a kid loudly crying in the corner while this plays. Hold on. What's this one? Oh, this is better. Just playing while a kid is just sobbing openly in the corner. Just an 8-year-old whose entire identity has just been ripped away from him. That's pretty good. There's a funnier version of this joke. It's gotta be a funnier song. Well, hold on, that was pretty good. Yeah, I had this one. It's this one. This is the funniest version I could have gotten. Yeah. All right, so we're sobbing in the corner. We're crying. What happened then?
For whatever reason, and by a long time, I mean for the entire duration of the rest of the tournament, no doubt making the staff and the other participants uncomfortable, and my dad embarrassed the whole way through.
Oh, so how many more matches is this happening? How long is this tournament? You're not over it by now? Did you want them to still let you through? Actually, you know what? Give him the prize. He wants it the most.
And by a long time, one nice thing
Your
happened.
dad should step in, though.
After the tournament wrapped up, Ben saw my dad and I leaving. And somehow he felt bad enough for me that he talked with some of his coworkers and they agreed to let me pick out a free t-shirt of the ones they had left. I went home that day with a bruised ego, but with a cool Mega Man t-shirt.
Hey, that's not cringe. You got away with it. Well done, Shatter. You know your game. I think that you knew what you were doing, and I think that you succeeded. You got them to feel sorry for you. And you want to know how I know that? I was that kid too. I did not this, but similar stuff. The pity is the pity works. Yeah, it's good. You little shit. It's more that like if you lose and you take it hard enough as a kid, you're going to get special treatment. You know what I'm saying? I was a very competitive kid, and I took it like a little baby, and the parents would feel bad for me. I told you guys, I was in Pine Derby racing, and I never won a single race. And I didn't like cry about it or anything, but I let people know that I was dog shit at Pine Derby racing, and then I got an award for the coolest car by one of the old people that was judging it. Because he felt bad for me, and I got a little trophy. Play for the sympathy. If you can't win, be sad about it, and maybe they'll be nice to you. You also assaulted your grandma. She deserved it. True? Everybody that knows that story. Wait, there's a lot of new people in here. Do you guys know the story, the grandma story? What would you do? I think you guys would be on my team. You guys know the story. Barely. All right, let's keep this brief because I think there might be a lot of new people in here. Me and Grandma are playing an NES game about Captain America. Grandma picks a cheap-ass character, flies above me, starts laughing and talking shit. I get really mad. I'm 5 years old. I throw the NES controller at her, and it hits her in the eyeball, and she has to lay on the couch for a week. That's the basic of the story. Which I think we can all agree, I was not in the wrong. Strong-ass child. I think it's more that the NES controller is diamond hard. Whatever it takes. I've showed people on stream the clip. You guys should go look up Martian Manhunter in Captain America and the Avengers for the NES. In the 2-player mode, he's fucking broken. I was Hawkeye. I couldn't hit her. And my grandma was laughing about it, talking shit. I was so mad, dude. That's DC, Coney. Ban that fucking guy. I don't give a shit about your comic books, your action figures. Get the fuck out of here. Actually, Cody, that's Dark Horse Comics.
I did not have much internet access as a kid, so when I was 12, I was introduced to the world of memes by scrolling Google Images.
Okay, so that's his timeline. That's his he's searching memes. He's searching memes in Google Images and just scrolling down, and that's his For You page. Same here? Is this a normal thing? Google's funny memes. Damn, the timeline popping off today. I did this too. Wait, are you serious? Is this what people do? Seriously? You're kidding. Everybody's doing it. Oh my God. You're kidding. You let Google be your For You page. That is crazy. No way. It's a Zoomer thing. I guess so. I guess I wouldn't be that different. I did the boomer equivalent, I guess, which is go to my school library and rent joke books. Which is kind of the same instinct of just like, I want to be funny. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of the same. That's worse? No, it's like, I want to be funny. So, it's not worse. You guys just don't go to libraries because your generation can't read. Shut the fuck up. I did that too. Thank you, E. Compton. Sucks it didn't work out for you, man. Oh, yeah? What's a pirate's favorite letter? I don't remember the punchline to this. I just know it's like the obvious punchline is R, but it's the C. That's what it... I forgot the punchline. You guys are funny. Chat's funny. Chat's pretty funny. That's good. You think it'd be R, but it'd be the C. That's good. Yeah, you guys are pretty funny. That's good. That's good.
I did not have much internet access as a kid, so when I was 12, I was introduced to the world of memes by scrolling Google Images.
Okay.
I would do this most nights after school, and I would come into school the next day and tell my friends the memes I saw, repeating things that they said all the time.
Okay.
One very popular meme I saw at the time and frequently stumbled upon was an image from some game with the text "Gamer stole my bike." And I said that multiple times and very excitedly introduced it to friends.
Oh, no. That's not the original. Uh-oh. I don't think the gamer did that. Okay, all right.
And I said it
Sure.
took at least a few months for someone to tell me that the N-word is a slur actually.
Wait, you were saying it. Wait, you didn't say gamer. Oh, you were saying the real thing. For months. And nobody stopped you. Oh, no. Where do you live? How does that happen? No adult was in earshot at any point? He was 12, by the way. That's true. He was 12. It can't be Deep South, because if... No, because if it's a... Okay, I'm not saying that the Deep South is racist, but they are more likely to be racist from my own perceptions and biases. And that means that he would know what that word meant, right? You would think that it would be from a place where they're not familiar with the word. I live in Texas, and these are facts. I'm black also. Okay. This is a Montana story? Yeah. Excellent politicking, Coney. I just don't want anybody mad at me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to... don't be mad at me. I didn't do anything, all right? I just can't believe you're walking around saying the full-on N-word very excitedly to your friends at 12 years old. Good Lord. You guys want to know one of my favorite jokes? My wife told this to me. I don't remember where she saw it. I think it was on one of those, like, kids tell jokes. Like, kids come up with jokes. But I love this one. It's so stupid. What did Buzz say to Woody? A lot. I think that's really funny. That's really funny. I don't know. It's stupid. She told it to me, and I thought it was funny. Yeah. Explain the joke. He said a lot to Woody. So your expectation is that it's like one particular thing, but he said a bunch over the course of several movies. Sorry about the weird segue. I just remembered that joke because I always tell, if Mal and I are just laying in bed, I'll be like, tell me a joke, and she'll just look them up. And they're usually pretty bad, but that one was good. That's stupid? No, it's funny, actually.
This was back over the summer of 2020. I had just finished up 8th grade, and so at that age...
Pop for the grade! Let's go, Rod! All right.
This was back over the summer of 2020. I had just finished up 8th grade, and so at that age my hormones were doing their thing. I had a girlfriend over that summer,
cool,
and one of her best friends lived right across the street from me, so occasionally I would get to see her some, so me being the absolute riz god that I was sending some rather flirtatious messages to her about what we would do when we hung out next.
Uh-oh.
My mom had decided that night she was going to go through my phone. The next day at lunch she talked to me about how it was not appropriate to grab ass, along with many other things.
Uh-huh.
I doubt my mom looks at me the same after that.
Oh, that's the end of the story. So your mom just caught you being a little bit too forward on the text. I mean, that's not that bad. No. That's fine. No, I mean, at least your mom stepped in. Well, I don't know. Like, maybe... No, you're too young for this kind of message. Are you? Okay, whatever. Eighth grade is very young, but that is the age where you start to, like, try to emulate adult behavior, unfortunately. So I could kind of see it. But this person is now 9th grade. It's a very recent story. Yeah. What did y'all's texts look like after? A lot of holding hands, maybe? Arm around the shoulder, right? This is 4 years ago, so this guy is a senior. Good Lord. Summer of 2020 was 8th grade. Oh, good heavens. I bet you have a lot of stories now. Oh, my God. This is only a few years ago. Good Lord. Thanks for writing in. This isn't that bad. Parents find their kids saying cringy shit all the time. You're fine.
When I was around 10 years old, I used to have a lot of fun playing outside, as most kids do.
True.
Our neighborhood was filled with groups of kids who would play fight, which my group tended to avoid.
Okay.
From time to time, we would have wars with water guns and the like.
Uh-huh.
At some point I got separated by my group, and I found myself being chased by the other kids.
It's like a
I was close
Stephen
enough
King
to my
book.
home, so I hurried inside.
All right.
It was at that moment that I went up to the second floor balcony and began taunting them.
Okay.
Little did I know, they were just ready to start firing their water guns up at me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have one at the time, so in a moment of self-defense, you will never believe what bright idea came to me.
Did you pee on them?
I decided to whip it out and started pissing on all of them to drive them
can't believe
away.
that, yeah.
In hindsight, very poor decision-making and truly embarrassing.
Well,
But I will admit, it was quite effective.
yeah, I bet they didn't fuck with you anymore. That kid's fucking crazy. He takes it from 0 to 100. We're just trying to, like, play with him, and he's just a fucking psychopath. They probably sent you to the psycho ward. That's fucked up. E. Compton is lying to you about hating pee stories. Is this an E. Compton original? Be honest. Be honest. Let's give it up one time for our mods, Keen Frizzle and E. Compton, who put these stories together. Yes, because he's based. All right, man. This will get the kids to stop messing with you, though. I don't want to make a dated reference, but there's an episode of Hey Arnold where he doesn't want to fight a kid, and he decides, all right, I'm going to act fucking crazy. And then the guy doesn't want to mess with him anymore. He's like, this guy's a danger to himself and others. That's what you did. You just peed on him. That's smart. He sings a song. Don't hit me. I'll hit me. I'm crazy. I'm going to die soon. Ugh.
When I was in high school PE my freshman year, we played a round of baseball in the gym.
Okay.
It was like baby baseball with a foam bat and a giant ball.
Cool.
I'm on the hitting team, and we're all just standing in a line waiting for...
No kidding, but in middle school, a good way to get bullies to stop messing with you was to act gay. I'm not kidding. I could see it. No, because the homophobia overrides the instinct to bully. That's a load of shit. I think it depends on the kids. I got bullied for being gay. Bugs Bunny in chat. That's bait? You think so? I think it could work in the right situation. Because like a guy's about to beat you up or like physically accost you, and you, I don't want to go too far with this. Never mind. Abort. Get me out of here. But I see it. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and I see where you're going. But I think that's a generational thing. Because I think there was a period of time where the innate like homophobia of middle school, which is probably still there, but it had to have been worse when we were in middle school, when I was a kid. Because the world wasn't as progressive. It would sort of overlap that. It's still there? Oh, I know. I've seen Kai Cenat streams. I know. Next generation is fucked up. I've seen it. They can't read and they're hateful. I've seen it. I know. Oh, shit, ads. Subscribe to Twitch. Ah, shit. I'm not going to make any money. $2000 and early 2010s were bad. Yes, exactly. I mean, look at the Eminem's early stuff, bro. It's crazy. Wario posting, where's my money?
I'm on the hitting team, and we're all just standing in the line.
All right, sorry, just to bring it back.
It was
baseball with a foam bat and a giant ball.
It was like baby baseball with a foam bat and a giant ball. I'm on the hitting team, and we're all just standing in a line waiting for our turn to hit.
Uh-huh.
It finally gets to me, and I decide then that I'm going to hit that son of a bitch as hard as I can.
Okay.
The ball is pitched, and I hit it to the point it goes flying.
Awesome.
The thing is,
That's
I
cool.
didn't think about what comes next.
Oh, so you didn't run.
After I hit it, I hear my team yelling at me to run.
Uh-huh.
So I start to run. I realize I'm still holding the bat, so I stop to put it down. I realize I stopped running, so I start to run while leaning down to
Are you an
drop the
android?
bat. I still didn't drop the bat, so I leaned further while still running, and that's when I lost my balance.
Why can you only do
Barely
one
to
thing
first,
at
and
a
I
time?
fall straight on my face on the hardwood floor. At least I dropped the bat at this point.
Okay, bat's down at least.
I get up and start jogging to first, but the guy there shows me the ball, so I'm out. It's then I notice how quiet it is in the gym. No one was laughing, talking, nothing. I go to the back of the line again, and the teacher asks if I'm all
laughter would be
right.
kind of comforting.
I nod and
everybody
look
thinks
around the
you're,
room.
You're
Everyone's still
humiliated, and they
kinda
know it.
watching me. I tell them it's okay to laugh now since the silence was unbearable.
Oh, that's weird. God, he's just. I would think I would be. I don't think I would laugh either, because I would be wondering what's going on with you. Why can that guy not do two things at once? He just chews gum and he can't move. He's just stuck in that spot forever. He's like a sim. Yeah. Just like a sim with a dirty plate. Just can't get it on the ground. That's funny. Yeah, I think silence is the worst thing in this situation. Nobody's enjoying the moment. No, you don't even get a chuckle or a fun story. Everybody is just wondering if you're okay. Your executive motor functions. That's good.
The middle school I went to had a talent show at the end of every academic year.
All right, did you sing an anime song? Because that's usually how these go.
When I was in 7th grade or so, one of my friends wanted
if it's
to
that,
perform
I'm gonna
in
be
it.
so mad.
She also wanted people to come out with her as background dancers or something,
Okay.
and I wanted to be a good friend, so I agreed when she asked me for help.
Cool.
2 things. 1. She had a really big obsession with Logan Paul.
All right.
This was right before the stuff with the forest.
Oh.
2. This was when flossing was a big thing.
Okay.
Fast forward to the day of the talent show. She had recruited a friend I didn't know and myself and told us she wanted us to floss to the beat of the song, starting when the chorus did. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Her act was somewhere near the beginning of the show.
Where is this gonna go?
The time comes and we all go out to the middle of the gymnasium. The entire school is watching us.
Uh-huh.
We stand there for a few moments and the song starts.
Uh-huh.
Hey, remember that Logan Paul obsession I mentioned?
Yeah.
The song she picked was Help Me Help You.
That means nothing to me.
When you ask me my opinion, I'm always sure to be a minion.
Okay, this is not Logan Paul singing. Look, this is Charles. I think I might see where this is going. That seems difficult to floss to.
And she can't sing.
Oh.
She's the most tone-deaf person I have ever met.
Well, come on.
But somehow that still wasn't the worst of it.
Come on.
It
Let's
really
be nice.
became awful when the flossing started.
Yeah.
I will never forget the collective gasp that came out of the entire student body. It wasn't laughter. It was pure cringe.
Why?
The only other thing I remember from the performance is when it
Really?
ended. The girl looked so proud of herself, but I don't think there was any applause. No one clapped for her.
Oh.
It's been years since this performance.
Oh my god.
No one talks about it, and that's for the best. I'm not friends with the girl anymore either.
Oh, this is a story for her. I thought you were going to say that you didn't know how to floss to the music, or it didn't work out, or it was your... Oh, that's sad. Oh, he told someone else's story. That poor girl. That hurts. That's so sad. You're putting yourself out there at a talent show. You're exposing your interests to the world, and nobody... Oh, man. I couldn't be a teacher. I couldn't watch this happen. I couldn't take this. This is worse than, like, being a doctor or a surgeon. Something about watching these poor little kids who are trying to find themselves in their identity, be vulnerable in front of the world, and then just completely fall flat on their face. That's so sad, dude. Ugh. Can't you handle cringe? Not in real life. Not with kids, I think. Kid cringe makes me sad. If an adult is cringe, it's fine because it's like, oh, LOL, that was embarrassing, but we're all adults and people are embarrassing sometimes. If it's a kid, it's like, uh-oh, that's a mental scar that'll last forever. Whoops. Trauma. You get what I'm saying? It's different. Adults being cringe, everybody is cringe sometimes. It's fine. It's just how you handle it, how you react to it. As a teacher, you'd be witnessing new cringe every month. I bet, dude, middle school teachers probably have the most cringe stories of anybody on the planet. Truly. People are more understanding towards kids being cringe, it seems. Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, kids aren't understanding of kids being cringe. That's the difference. Kids are mean. Kid cringe is the worst because you want to save them because you've been there. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm so empathetic on this show. Because I want everybody to be, want everybody to know it's okay. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more line in this story.
She's become a really annoying person.
Okay, never mind. Fuck her. Never mind. I'm glad she bombed. I don't like her now anymore. Yeah, she sucks. She's probably annoying because this happened to her. She's just bitter and angry. I don't know. Poor girl. The natural editing today. Yeah, so the thing is, if I hit this, it gets rid of the thing, but I don't want to spoil. So I have that up, but I can't see the last line. So he didn't floss hard enough. Yeah, you could have saved her. Fill her dark soul with light, or whatever Dante said.
Let's set the scene.
Okay.
I was in 4th grade, and I had just discovered my talent for singing.
Rod.
With this newfound information, I went around with my child confidence showing off this new skill.
Yep.
Singing mariachi, Bruno Mars, whatever I knew was popular. During my adventure of
Mariachi?
musicianship.
Is mariachi popular? Where do you live? Huh? What was mariachi the first thing on that list? Yeah, the mariachi to Bruno Mars pipeline. Arizona chatter.
During my adventure of
Okay.
musicianship, I was also heavily into Minecraft as it
Uh-oh!
had just come out for the Wii U around this
I
time.
am a dwarf
Then
and
I
I'm
was introduced to the
digging a
perfection
hole.
combination of the two.
Diggy, diggy
I found
hole.
fan-made Minecraft songs. I made a playlist with all my favorites.
Yeah.
I would sing them in the shower and blast them on my LapePad headphones in the
So
car.
cool,
One day,
man.
the perfect opportunity arose at school. Our very first talent show. I spent days with it on my mind, thinking this was my debut.
Big
My
break as
first
an
big
artist.
break
You're gonna
as
get
an artist.
discovered at the talent show.
I looked for the song I could perfectly present my vocal talents
The
with.
diggy hole.
Then I found one. We Be Teaming by Minecraft Jams. The day came when I sat.
Hold on. Hold on. You know what we have to do. It says. $5 million. 5 million. Not quite as high as you guys are guessing. 5 million views. It's from MC Songs by MC Jams. Awesome.
The day came when I sang my little heart out in front of my entire elementary
In
school.
4th grade, it's fine. You know how many kids I've seen with creeper backpacks? It's fine.
I would sing them in the shower, and one day, the perfect I looked for the song. Then the day came when they cut off the song about halfway, and I thought I was the coolest boy to ever walk the
Okay.
grounds of my elementary. Come a couple days ago, in the middle of class, my parents sent me a video of my
Seeing
music
yourself for
spectacle.
the first time doing it?
I had the burning urge to block both and run from home. I will submit the video if you would like, Coney.
You know what I'm going to say. I would love it if you would. Don't feel like you have to, but I would love it if you could. Please send that. If you want to do it anonymously, maybe do it in the Cringe Confessional forum. You can DM me. I won't tell anybody your thing. I won't. It'll be your secret's safe with me. All right, brother? Oh. This is just cute kid stuff. Yeah, this isn't bad. This is fine.
I will submit the video.
Well, the thing is that you're in 4th grade and you thought it was cringy in 4th grade. Like, you thought it was embarrassing then. It's kind of shocking to me, right? Rewinding on an emulator is cheating and robs you of the satisfaction of beating a tough game. What mobile device are you on? Are you on the N-Gage? Dude is on Sunday. He's on January 13th. What the fuck is it? What is he on, dude? Motorola Razr. What's he doing over there, bro? Bro is side talking. What? Did that message just come through? Chatters after the first Coney rewind. Okay, that's funny. That message is from multiple streams ago. Yeah, it somehow broke through the multiverse. I don't know how it got here. That's funny. Also, it's not true. Beating a game with rewind is actually very cool, and that's why Nintendo added it. Quantum chatter? Okay, if anybody wants $1 million bit, it's being a quantum chatter and making very obvious references to streams that are like vague, but clearly happened in the past. There's got to be a way to do that. That sounds like it would be funny. Stream time continuum, yeah. Maybe that's funnier as an idea than it is as a reality, but I like it. Let's go with Ryan.
The story begins after watching the film adaptation of The Giver in 7th grade English
Is that the one with
class.
the tree? That's the Giver.
After English came lunch, so the conversation inevitably went to what we thought of the movie,
Right.
notably what we thought of the actress who played Fiona, one of the film's main characters. Wanting to seem edgy to my friends, I loudly gave a super cool response along the lines of Fiona is really
cool,
ugly,
man.
or something similar.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, being the awkward person I am, I wasn't making eye contact with my friends. Instead, I was looking at a girl at the next table, who just so happened to also be named Fiona.
No fucking way. No. the universe is conspiring against you. That I outright just don't believe that. I have met 0 people in my life named Fiona. Did her parents watch Shrek? Just very funny and ironic kid name. I've never met anybody named Fiona.
The confidence I felt as the last of the Cootie Crusaders immediately crumbled as I ran over to correct myself, with her on the verge of tears and her friends leering at me like I was the car in a Street Fighter
That's
bonus
fucked up.
round. Fortunately, one of her friends was also in the class and backed my
that's
story.
Nice, I guess.
With everything fixed, we somehow ended up becoming friends in high school, and I learned how to make proper eye contact.
Okay, that's very nice. That's okay. It's a very specific story. Good ending, I guess, then. Yeah, everything came out okay. It's a very Big Bang moment. Very How I Met Your Mother moment. Yeah. That's fun. There's some instinct in middle school to be mean for no reason. It's just being edgy, I guess. But I have that story that I've told about that poor girl named Mary, that I was very mean to. So I still think about it sometimes and I feel bad. Kid Sheldon-esque moment. They should make a Kid Sheldon, but like when he's older. Should do like a show like that. Wonder what he'd be like. It's funny to me, mean true.
Hi Coney and chat.
I knew you were
When
gonna
I-
say that, did you?
Hi Coney and chat. When I was in my early teens, I had a bad tendency of trying to get into the wrong cars that I thought were my parents.
Oafish child. Buffoon child.
Well, one time at like
Okay.
12 years old, we were on a road trip.
Did your parents drive? Did they both drive like Toyota 4Runners, like a very popular car, Honda Civics or something?
Well, one time at like 12 years old, we were on a road trip and
Kidnapping
stopped to
story?
eat at a restaurant. When we left, I went ahead to get into our car and since it was unlocked, didn't question it.
Keen said 12 is too old to be doing this. I agree. There's a lot of 12-year-old stories that if you told me, like tonight, all these stories of people being 12, if they were like 8, I'd be like, oh, that's silly. A child is navigating the world. At 12? That's too old. You will be a teenager next year. You better get it the fuck together. Get a grip. 12 is the age to be a dumb MF. 12 is the last age you can be stupid as hell. So I guess they're getting it out of their system. I feel like that switch from 12 to 13. At 12, you could be this stupid and dumb. At 13, you got to put your head on straight. 12-year-olds are dumb. Every year-olds are dumb. I don't consider you a human being until you're 26. And that sounds like a joke or like an old person thing. I'm not kidding. I think until you are 26, you are not a whole person yet. And that's okay. That's okay. But it's true. You don't know who you are or what you're going to do. Truly. Most of chat gone. Hey, it's okay to be dumb. I was dumb when I was young too. Damn, I should have been born earlier. Yes! It's true, man. Once you get older, you'll get it. You'll understand. I'm still dumb. I can't do basic math. You see that school episode? I do have a high IQ, though. True? 128, 26.
When we left, I went ahead to get into our car and since it was unlocked, didn't question it. Well, I'm
Yep.
sitting on the floor of this minivan and I start to see things I
Uh-oh.
don't recognize. I look outside and see my family running towards me yelling at
Not
me saying that
again!
I'm in the wrong car. I quickly realized my error and dashed out of the car, but not fast enough because the
Did they
family
drive
that owned the
away?
car I was in was already laughing at me. At least they were
Oh,
good
they were
sports
laughing about it.
but
I
my-
thought they were laughing at drive. We got another one. I told you we should have gotten that white Honda Civic, the most popular car in America. Got another dumb 12-year-old. Skirt! It's like a modern-day Pinocchio. We're going to Pleasure Island. Not again. It's like a reverse Home Alone. Imagine Home Alone, but Kevin just keeps getting in strangers' vehicles. Very good. That's fun.
At least they were good sports about it, but my family still jokes about it to this day.
That's funny. Oh, wait, there's one more line at the end. It's in parentheses. Guys, if you guys submit to Cringe Confessional, don't put anything in parentheses.
Hi,
Also, chat, don't be weird, bro. Watch Pinocchio, okay? Don't
well,
be weird.
when we,
You
well,
guys
I'm
want to take any chance you can to make the weirdest jokes possible. Time them all out. Get rid of all of them.
At least I ended up doing something similar to this multiple times throughout my life. What is wrong with me?
Oh, that's funny. That was just the end. Coney, why are you always mean to us? Because you're mean to me. You started it. I never start the fight. You guys started. Firebomb the chat? Okay, that might be too mean. You know what? Post the clown. One clown. Post one clown. Second clown gets banned. First clown gets to sit. Who's going to play this game? I wish a bitch would. Ah! No more clowns, no more clowns, no more clowns, no more clowns. Too scary, too scary, too scary, too scary, too scary, too scary, too scary. Someone in chat just died. Okay, Bedbug, you get to walk free. I can't believe... Oh, Corpse Goat, you're gone. You're gone. Ban, get out of here. Buffoon, you're gone. It's too scary. It's too scary. It's too scary. Get out of here. You got... Okay, all right. I shouldn't have done this. This was so stupid. I'm sorry, mods. Guys, I said it was so... I think they don't look at the chat. I think these guys here post clown and they immediately bring up, like, scary clown assy art. And then they come back to the chat, but they don't realize it's been posted already, and they drop it. They're on the mobile. They're gone. I told you, man. Permabanned? Appeals will be denied. Okay, appeal the ban, but know that you directly disobeyed me. So, may not be favorable. I told you what to do, and you didn't listen. I said one clown. Looking like a whole circus in here.
Can't believe I'm sharing this, but I'm extremely bored and figure it might make good content, so here we go. In high school, I was an introverted, maladjusted pervert with no friends.
Oh my god. Love yourself, chatter.
I coasted through my classes mostly invisible, not really making an effort to socialize after barely surviving middle school.
Okay.
Unfortunately for my hormonal, teenaged boy heart, a girl that sat next chair to me in ensemble bands of her own year ended up taking a liking to me, and started to spend time chatting with me between periods. Of course, I was bit with the feels for her. Despite my incurably awful autistic riz, which I assumed would deter literally anyone, we got along quite well. She began sharing her written fanfiction and sketchbooks with me, and eventually we would spend lunch together in the individual piano practice rooms where I would play.
In my generation, we called it swag.
And eventually we would spend lunch together in the
That's actually not true. That was like the generation after me. I don't know what they said in my generation.
And eventually we would spend lunch together in the individual piano practice rooms where I would play songs I had learned or listen to her sing or what have you. It was an awkward but genuine friendship and carried me through some very dark episodes during this time.
Okay.
Flash forward a semester to sometime mid-February.
Guys, there's 5 more paragraphs here.
Flash forward a semester to sometime mid-February. Valentine's has resulted in halls laden with overeager seniors snogging, rumors about who did what last weekend, and an air of unruliness that seemed to affect everyone. My now crush, at this point, darkly leans over to me one afternoon as we eat together to ask if I wanted to read something she had written. For the sake of brevity, it was pretty modest smut that you might expect out of any alt-culture girl from this time.
What, like Twilight or like
a homoerotic scrawl between two men that probably feature on a Tumblr blog somewhere.
What is it about the girl's mind that wants to go to the homoeroticism? Yowie. Yeah, what is that? I'm not going to go into this. This is...
She was clearly embarrassed yet insistent on me reading it, for reasons
Thanks,
my
Dave.
curious yet clueless idiot.
Oh, I forgot to turn these off.
I was here.
Hey, look, get the fuck out of here. Got to turn that little guy off. Hold on. Get out. Hold on. Wait, do I not have it? Oh, I don't have it. Oh, it's bugged. No more donos, okay? I can't turn them off. I'll fix it next stream. Okay.
She was clearly embarrassed yet insistent on me reading it, for reasons my curious yet clueless idiot mind could not comprehend.
Okay.
I obliged her earnestly, gave my flustered thoughts afterwards, still unsure what she expected of me out of this totally unprompted interaction. When she continued to look at me with pause, I did the only thing I could think of, which was very unfortunately to share something of my own in return. I unsheathed from the depths of my backpack my beloved TI-84 Color Edition calculator, which featured a few gimmicks beyond the backlit screen and full color display, including the capability of uploading images to the device to show on the graphic screen for plotting functions over real-life images. Or, at least, that was the intended use, but a shut-in weirdo like myself immediately found disastrous purpose for it.
Bara porn.
I proceeded to flip through screen after screen of very explicit, very kinky, very furry adult artwork.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly as tasteless and eye-searing and low resolution as you think.
Oh my god, on the TI-84. Oh, dude. Oh my god. On the calculator? In like 144p? You really took it up a notch with this, huh? She just showed you some like gay yowie between two guys, and you're like, oh yeah, check this out. Oh god, opening. Okay, imagine you're this girl, and you bare your soul, and you're like, hey, I wrote this. Do you want to read it? And it's like this, weird but embarrassing. It's like fan fiction. It's this homework, but you're like, it's for a guy you like. And he's like, oh yeah, thanks for showing me that. Check this out. And he pulls out the calculator. At that point, I think alarm bells would be going off. If you're pulling out the calculator, here's mild yaoi I wrote. That's cool. Here's photos of the Star Fox characters in BDSM settings. Yeah, here's Tricky the dinosaur, but like from below, like you were looking up, like they're standing up and you're looking from below. And you can see everything. Do you like that? Here's on my calculator. Too specific. Do you want to know how I'm not gonna say. Do you want to know how I found out that was such a specific? This can't put this on YouTube. You can't put this on YouTube. I'm not gonna say it. I'll say it later. Okay, there was a point where somebody a long time ago was like, dude, have you ever gone through Sonic Fox's likes? And I was like, what? No. And then I went through them. That's a very common angle. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. It's a very common angle in a certain demographic. All right? That's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Just, and I don't know if it's still the same, but their likes used to be a problem. Same with Thunder's Reigns. If you guys know that guy, the PM guy. Best Project M player of all time. But maybe the likes are better now. It was, dude, I don't know if it's still the same, but it was so funny because there used to be this entire culture of like, dude, have you seen that guy's likes? It's like, what? Why the likes specific? Like the tweets are totally fine and normal. There's nothing but, and then you go into the likes and it's just a wasteland. Zach Ray, is that another one? I was going to say there were some Japanese players. There was one really quiet. It was Lucario? Was it Sue? I think it might have been Sue. All right, I'm gonna. That's the end of this conversation. That's the only reason I know that that's a very common angle, okay? Didn't want you guys snooping around on me or thinking listen, I don't know anything, okay? My bad. There's a lot more to this story, and I just completely went off the rails.
Yes, exactly as
Wait, the title changed? Did it? Oh, my God. Dude, they keep changing. I don't know if they have my stream key or what. Sorry.
Yes, exactly as tasteless and eye-searing and low resolution as you think.
Okay.
Background after background. Bright pixels burning image after image into her mind in the dark room.
Uh-huh.
Why I thought this was the correct response?
Bizarre.
Why I didn't stop after seeing her shocked expression? Why I assumed her silence was encouragement to show off more?
Cool!
I will never know. Luckily for us both, lunch was over shortly after, and she fled the scene with haste, the likes of which is hard to describe. I never spoke to anyone at that school for the rest of my time there before moving states at the end of that year. I haven't spoken this moment to anyone in my entire life until now, and I plan to never again.
That's a wise decision, Chatter. Thank you for writing in. That is a harrowing tale, if ever I've heard one. Hard to believe that this chatter would struggle to describe something. I guess it must have just been that bad. Bro, ROK, stop changing the fucking title, man. I gotta DM them. Jesus Christ. Thank you, SB Brave. Thanks for the tier 1. Guys, just keep telling me if it keeps changing. The crazy thing about this to me, and this sounds small, but I think it's because we're all poisoned by the internet. Like, she would have never known about any of those things until you showed her. That there is an entire section of the world that she never would have been exposed to. She would have learned eventually. I don't think that's true. Well, maybe if she was writing homoerotic yaoi on Tumblr. Maybe. But maybe not. It's like alien civilization stuff. You know what I mean? Furry Prometheus. She 100% already knew. I think you are poisoned by the internet, Chatter. I could tell you that Palworld tweet went crazy, and it's going crazy, and people will reply, and they'll be like, wow, this is funny, LOL, and I look at the PFP, I'm like, that's a weird PFP, and then I'll click on it, and the header is the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. Like diapers. I'm like, oh, dude, this is a whole other world over there. You get what I'm saying? Editor, cut this. Listen, whatever you're into, I guess, if you're not hurt. No, actually, no, don't. That one's not. I'm trying to be nice. I can't. No, okay, we're gonna cut. Let's move on. I'm sorry. My bad. That's weird. That's weird. Stop. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice. I don't know why I decided I'd try to be nice now. Let's keep going. Okay. We kink shame in this stream. Yeah. I should be braver about that, right?
A few months after I
Coney, I respect that you know so much about internet cursed knowledge. I've been on the internet for a long time. The first fucked up thing I'd ever seen was oh my god, I shouldn't talk about this. I saw fucked up shit very early in 144p on Kazaa. So
a few months after I turned 18, me and my three A few months after
I can't say what it is without people knowing what it is.
A few months after I turned 18, me and my 3 best friends, we'll call them Tristan, Eddie, and Charles, went to an anime convention. This was
Golgi got it. It's that one.
A few months after I turned 18,
Okay.
me and my 3 best friends, we'll call them Tristan, Eddie, and Charles,
Did someone say
went
Charles?
to an anime convention. This was the first time going to one without parents, guardians chaperoning us, so we got a lot more wild and rowdy than we ever had before.
Uh-huh.
We cosplayed as the crew from Payday 2 for the first half of Saturday before taking our masks and suit jackets off because it was a summer convention and that shit gets hot.
Sure does.
Without the masks and jackets, we just looked like young businessmen and people started trying to guess what we were dressed as.
You're Hitman
Tristan
now.
had the great idea of putting on an awful fake Russian accent and saying we were on a business trip from Russia.
That's kind of funny.
Our story was we finished our work early and wanted to see why everyone is dressing so crazy. So we came to the con.
Okay, this is a very funny idea, by the way. I love the idea of going to a con and pretending to not know what's going on. You got some funny friends. I want to see how it goes off the rails. Good bit, yeah.
We even made up.
I told you guys my bit, right? Going to a con, like MagFest or whatever, dressed like a vampire, or like a green M&M, or like a red M&M, or like a hot dog and mustard. You know what I mean? Just like a normal Halloween costume. I think that's very funny.
We even made up fake Russian names for ourselves. Mine was
Just
Sven.
like Santa.
I realize now this was an awful. Mine was Sven. I realize now this was an awful idea, but at the time we thought we were actually convincing people, so we stuck with it for like an hour
Oh,
or
this
so.
isn't cringe. This is funny.
Or so I thought. This Romanian dude,
Uh-oh.
early 20s probably, comes up to
It's
us
the
and
mafia!
says, "Are you guys actually Russian, or are you just making shit up?
You found the Romanian
Cause if
pride
you
guy.
are gonna piss me the fuck off."
Oh no!
I usually
It's
go-
the beekeeper. Jason Statham just walked up.
Cause if you are gonna piss me the fuck
Oh
off.
God, dude.
I usually go with honesty is the best policy. However, Eddie and Charles just shout, "Yes," in Russian. He seems to have bought it and starts asking for our story and where we are from.
You guys unlocked a very special secret quest. That's awesome.
He seems to have being geographically illiterate. We all in unison shout the only place
It's
in Russia
Moscow.
we could think of at the same
It's
time.
Moscow.
Moscow.
Yep.
I still have no idea how he didn't see through our shit immediately, but he seemed to have bought it all.
All I'm learning is that people from Romania are stupid. True?
Eventually we break away.
That felt weird to sound.
Eventually we break away and laugh about it, thinking it was all over. Later that
Undo.
night, Tristan.
I'm sorry to any Romanian viewers. I'm sorry to all Romanian viewers. I'm kidding.
Later
I'm
that
sorry.
night, Tristan and I were.
Walk and talk.
Later that night, Tristan
I'm
and
sorry,
I were outside in
Romanians, I'm
line for a
kidding,
hot
come
dog
on.
stand,
We're
telling
friends.
these two Mario and Luigi cosplayers about this very story. Then mid-sentence the Romanian guy jumps in between me and Tristan with his arms around our shoulders and shout what I assume to be a greeting in Russian or Romanian.
Uh-huh.
As me and Tristan only know one Russian word, we shout. In response, Romanian guy wants to introduce us to all his
no!
Romanian and Russian friends, but we tell him we'll do it after hot dogs.
Killing me.
He agrees and walks away, and as soon as he is out of sight, the Mario and Luigi start dying from laughter as we thank them for not ratting on us.
Dude, I love this. This guy's just trying to make a friend. He's just trying to make a friend. He thought he found another Romanian. This poor guy.
We met as friends for a few minutes but got out pretty quick.
Oh, this rules.
To this day, me and my friends are 50-50 if he believed us or not.
I love the idea that he knows you're fucking with him, but he's just fucking with you back. What if he's not Romanian? He might not. He said nothing to make you think that he's Romanian. He might have been fucking with you just the same way. He did nothing to convince you. The Romanian guy's just another guy doing a bit. Yeah, exactly. This is great. This is an awesome story. It's not cringe at all, but I'm glad that you sent in. This is really good. Poor Romanian guy.
One time in middle school, at the peak of Fortnite's popularity, my friends and I were walking out of history class.
Papa dance.
I was not aware of certain terms regarding virginity. One of my friends made a joke saying, "Whoops, I dropped my V card."
No way.
And I said, like the thing from Fortnite, thinking he was referring to V-Bucks. Everyone went dead silent, and I think about it to this day.
That's it. That's the end of that one. That's short and sweet. That was a good one. That's good. That's a fun story. My V-Bucks, yeah. Well done, Shatter. That's a good tale.
One day in middle school we were told to break into groups and do some work.
Uh-huh.
Instead of working, my group just started chatting. One kid was well known for being extremely smart, so there was a running joke about him taking over the world.
Where's this gonna go?
The guys were talking about which countries they'd want delegated to them when he rules the world. Someone said the US, someone said Spain, etc. I had just been to a beach recently with my family and a woman was walking around without a top.
Okay.
My parents told me to cover my eyes, but they were laughing. Overall, it was a funny experience.
This is going to sound weird. Have you guys ever... This was a very rare occasion, but this happened to me one time in Florida. A fully nude British family taking a shower at the sand shower at the edge of the beach. Has anyone else ever seen this? I'm not kidding. This happened to me one time ever. No? Okay. It was a family of 4, fully nude, taking turns, but they're at the beach shower thing. It's a European thing. Yeah, I know, but I've only seen this one time. Did any other Europeans go through this, or people that have... Is that just me? Was it near Naples? I don't know. Enjoy the sniffs, by the way. You're about to get sniffed. It was. I just didn't know if this was just me. Sorry, my bad. I don't know a single Brit who does this. It was the strangest thing I'd ever seen. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm like, why is anybody else seeing? Because nobody said anything. These people are butt ass naked at the beach. I'm like, police. But they're British, so I guess it's okay. It was very strange. Sorry, continue.
My parents told me to cover my eyes, but they were laughing. Overall, it was a funny experience.
I can't. Breasts. I can't. She doesn't have a top on.
Maybe it's because the trip was a positive memory, but for some reason I decided to chime in that I'd get to rule Brazil, because they have a bunch of topless beaches there.
Okay.
Nobody reacted to my comment, so instead of recognizing that it wasn't as funny to them as it was in my head, I of course assumed they just didn't hear me. So I decided to repeat myself.
Hey, maybe I could get Brazil because they have lots of topless beaches. Huh? Waka waka!
So I, much louder.
Yeah, okay.
Give me Brazil, they have topless beaches. Topless beaches, guys.
Yep.
The room got dead quiet. I turned around and everyone was staring at me.
Woke ass
I'll never forget the look of disgust in my female teacher's eyes.
Uh-oh.
I even met one of my classmates years later in college, and she said I was different than what she expected, as I had a reputation for being a pervert. I still think about it in the shower sometimes.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. Bombing in history class has got a sting. Thank you, Scarlet Phantom, for the prime, but the big 36 months. This poor guy. Why in the shower? Because he's thinking about the topless beaches. Topless beaches! Topless beaches. It's fun to say. Where? Where are the topless beaches? Hold on, I'm gonna erase some parentheses from this story. As a precaution. Okay.
Back when I was around 16, there was this girl I had liked for a while now, who had a twin sister.
How does that
We
work?
both were great friends, and slowly we got closer and closer.
You only like
One day on a school trip to Derry, Ireland, we were doing our normal back and forward chit-chat, and I thought because it was going so well, I should ask her out to a thing called Type All, basically prom of Irish schools.
Okay.
So we get back on the bus, and we sit beside each other, and eventually I ask her.
Oh, you asked out.
She sits in silence for a second and then says, "I'll think about it."
Sure.
I obviously took this as her being too nice to reject me bluntly, so I then said, "Sorry, I meant to ask if your twin sister would be interested in going with me." I think there could have been like 5 words spoken for the rest of the bus journey.
I see.
Longest one in 1-2 hours. I meant to.
I see where you went with that. I saved. Yeah. You got What kind of instinct is this? You get rejected. Actually, I just love the fragile ego to immediately try to save it. This is genius. This is so good. This is the beauty of the human mind. I love this story. Actually, I meant to ask your sister. I got you two confused. My bad. I meant the hot one. Holy shit, dude. That is extremely funny. Oh, that's good. That's a great story. These are great stories. They're not all cringe, but these are phenomenal. And they don't feel fake. This seems like a bit like on 30 Rock or something, so maybe this is from a TV show, but this is very good. I thought she was going to say yes, and it turned out you asked the wrong one. I don't know how twins work. I've never been, like, attracted to a twin or dated a twin or anything like that, but it seems like such a pain in the ass.
Hi, Coney. Last week
Hi.
I was on foot with a girl.
Cody.
I am interested in this girl. We're talking and I have to go to the bathroom to pee, and in my mind I have a funny idea.
I've got a great idea.
I'm going to turn my camera off and mute myself and unmute myself periodically so the pee noise picks up on the mic. As I am doing this, I am not paying attention, nor do I know how badly I actually had to pee. I'm looking at my phone and bam. I'm pissing on the floor.
I thought you were peeing on the
I start
phone.
panicking. I'm pissing on the floor and it's loud.
It's loud.
In the moment, my penis seemed uncontrollable.
Like an
I was
out-of-control
scared,
fire hose.
but at the same time I am trying to maintain a bit here though.
Uh-huh.
So I'm unmuting and muting and trying to get control of the situation at hand in this bathroom.
What are you talking
She
about?
found it funny.
What?
She laughed. I told her I had to be right back. I went to go clean up my bathroom. I felt very ashamed of myself while cleaning.
Wait. This is so... The visual here is so stupid. Oh, she's gonna love this. Wait till she gets a load of this. She's gonna think this is so funny. Oh, no! Mute, unmute, mute, unmute. What? It's like echoing off the wall. Fuck you. She laughed, I guess. I don't know why. All right, man. Great. Bro lives in a 2000 weed comedy. This is definitely some, like, there's something about Mary ass shit. That's a funny. I don't have anything. I can't elevate this anymore. This is very funny. How is your penis uncontrollable when you go to pee? I don't know. Maybe I'm outing myself on this one, but I've always found it pretty manageable for the most part. Unless it's in the morning and you got like the... Never mind. You know what I'm going for here. 96%, 98% of you do.
When I was a wee lad.
Yeah, like lean over, you know.
When I was a wee lad, around the age of 8, I was a practitioner.
Your jokes suck.
When I was a wee lad, around the age of 8, I was a practitioner.
Narrow urethra? Uncircumcised moment? Okay, what did you guys think I was we're getting mixed messages here. I don't know what's happening here. You're not getting what I'm putting down. You're not okay.
When I was a wee lad,
Okay,
around
back to
the
story.
age of 8, I was a practitioner of the esteemed martial art of Taekwondo.
Okay.
Taekwondo, like most other martial arts, uses a belt system to denote how experienced you are, starting from white and ending at black. Similar to other martial arts, you have to pass a test to rank up your belt. When I was going for my green belt, The test included sparring with someone else.
Mhm.
When my turn to spar with another kid going for their green belt, instead of being a quick, 20-second long spar, it was a 5-minute stalemate of two 8-year-olds too scared to actually approach or hit each other. I was terrified that I would lose and not get my grass green belt, so I just blocked the other kids' kicks. After about 5 minutes of us exchanging weak-hearted blows, I finally decided to just sidestep and kick the kid with all my might.
Oh shit! Yeah!
After about and the plan worked. I got the first legal hit, and just as my kid connected, I screamed yes at the top of my lungs, and got a weird look from everyone in the dojo.
I would do that too. I would do it too if I've been camping for 5 minutes and I won't fight at all. I'm so scared, and then I finally land a hit.
The other kid, however, being the unfortunate loser, began to cry, and the combination of all the eyes on me as well as a crying child now on the floor next to me haunts me to this day.
No mercy. You did what you had to do. Congratulations on your green belt, Chatter. Is green belt, like, impressive? Hold on. Green belt is the 4th belt. 6th group? Not all, it's mid. Well, I mean, mid's pretty good. If you're learning, that's fine. I get it. Isn't, like, the first promotion possible? Apparently it's yellow. It's yellow, then green. White, yellow, orange, green. Oh, there's orange, too? Sheesh. I get this one, but this is funny. Just both of you scared to death. Finally kicking him in the chest. I would cry, too. And again, you use that sympathy. Maybe you get a belt. You lose, but everybody feels bad. This asshole is making a big deal about it and yelling, yeah, I won, and trying to show off. And if I'm crying, boo, hoo, hoo, maybe I'll get a green belt, too. That'd be nice.
The other kid. In 8th.
What if Coney did this in League games? What does that mean? Why are you trying to get me on the League of Legends talk?
In 8th grade, I had this digital art class where we were doing collages of various important figures that made a change for Black History Month. I decided to make mine about athletes despite not knowing anything about them.
Okay.
One of the people I added was Babe Ruth, who is not in fact African American.
How did this not come up at any point? How did you not see a picture and immediately go, oh, Jackie Robinson, my bad. We can't pivot immediately? Can we not? Yeah, Jackie Robinson is right there. Babe Ruth is like...
I knew there was a famous African-American baseball player, and Babe Ruth was the only name I could think of.
I think you're thinking of the one.
Later in this class, we had to present our art before the whole class. And when it got to mine and I was explaining it, my teacher said, you know Babe Ruth wasn't black, right? And in that moment, I had to cover my tracks to make myself look less stupid.
How did you do that?
I pivoted to the art piece being about people who made a change. Not specifically African Americans.
Your teacher thinks you are racist. Your parents are getting a call.
My teacher definitely knew I was being stupid, but she never said or questioned it more. I have had that same art teacher multiple times in high school too, but she never brought it up again.
I wouldn't talk to you anymore either. I'd be like, that kid is either obscenely stupid or hateful. I'm not engaging with him under any circumstances. Bro got invited some unique events after that. Yeah, I did that. Oh my God. How did you... Okay, you're making a collage. It's a digital art class, which means you have images of Babe Ruth. You search Google for Babe Ruth. Well, it is black and white. Hold on. If I search Babe Ruth, can I tell he's white? Probably, yeah. Probably. I think I would venture again. I mean, unless this is my first black and white photo I've ever seen. Yeah. Here's one in color. Yeah. Too close to call. He's mad German. He looks very German. He's definitely German maxing. I see it. Yeah, I think I could tell. Why did nobody tell this poor kid? Coney, I don't see color pivoting coming. I don't see color. True. He was born in Baltimore. I know. It's our greatest shame. He kind of looks like an old as hell Coney. No, I just look like a out of shape baseball player. We had this talk. I am the baseball player phenotype. That's kind of my that's like my brain type and my body type. That's just kind of generally how I look. I played baseball. I was not shortstop. I did pitching. I was a pitcher. As someone who isn't American, I thought Babe Ruth was black too for some reason. Really? I wonder how much of that is like, how many famous baseball players are there? There's like Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson. I mean, like past, not like current, famous players, but Hank Aaron, Lou Gehrig, yes. Sosa, yeah, but like, I mean, like in 100 years, how many will we still talk about? DiMaggio, maybe. Fingers. Who's Fingers? Ken Griffey. Love the N64 game. Love Ken Griffey Jr.'s home run, or whatever it was called. Grand Slam? I did the Mike Piazza game. I like that one better, though. They had cheat codes. Mike Piazza Strike Zone for the Nintendo 64.
When I was 8, I liked a girl in my class. So for Valentine's Day, I decided to buy her a gift.
Uh-huh.
I went at one of those local shops that sells the most random things with me mom, so she could help me choose some gifts for her.
Okay, I don't know why this turned into Mr. Krabs. Because you clearly said with my mom. I don't know why.
I went at one of those local shops that sells the most random things with me mom, so...
with me, I guess it went for.
I went at one of those local shops and decided to buy a bracelet with a Brazilian flag and a book with romantic quotes that she thought was a good gift.
Why Brazil?
I gave her the gifts and didn't think much about it for a while.
Uh-huh.
Fast forward a couple of months, and I'm at school for parent-teachers meeting, and comes the mother of that girl to tell me to stop harassing her daughter by giving her obscene gifts.
What?
I told that to my mother, and it turns out that she didn't realize that was a sex quotes book.
What? How? What was the book called? How can you not? Did mom not read one word on the book? What the fuck is a sex quotes book? I don't know. There's like a sex book, like the Kama Sutra, and a quotes book, like some inspirational calendar or something. I've never seen a sex quotes book. Name one sex quote right now. Google sex quotes. Hold on. Sex is like money. Only too much is enough by John Updike. Very funny. I'm not reading the rest of this. This is so weird. I would like to have sex. That's a quote. Yep. This is a mom cringe. That's her fault. You're just a kid. She should have seen what you picked out. What? Why a sex? Dude, imagine being that mom and your daughter comes home with a sex quotes book and a bracelet with the Brazilian flag. We never got confirmation. Is she from Brazil? Is she like... Is it just a pretty flag? I like green. I don't know.
This was a year ago.
Okay.
Got my Chipotle and walking out of the store. Handicapped fellow on a mobility scooter yells for me as he rides down the sidewalk.
All right.
I think he is asking for money, but I entertain it.
Uh-huh.
Both his arms are disfigured and end in nubs.
Ooh.
No hand or fingers.
Ugh.
He asks me to give him a cigarette and tells me to open his bag in his scooter cart. I peer rather slowly into the bag, grab the box of cigs, and now he's just staring at me with his mouth open. I place one in, and then he says lighter. Proceed to light his cigarette, return his items to the cart, and he asks my name and says thanks. I subconsciously go for a handshake, as almost every time I introduce my name it is in tandem with a handshake.
Sure.
Awkward silence with my hand out, then I opt for a fist bump on his noob and immediately go to my car. Cool guy though.
I mean, this one's a classic. We've heard, how many armless handshake stories have we heard on Cringe Confessional? Quite a bit. We had a whole character for it. What if his nub was really sensitive and he, like, screamed? Like, it really hurt? Ow! Poor guy. Exposed nerve. That's funny. Thanks for that. I'll take any excuse I can to scream on the Coney stream. You peaked the mic? Yeah, that's what I tried to do. I lost like 20 viewers. They're weak. They don't deserve to be here. I take any opportunity I can to yell.
In middle school, I
Those
used to
viewers
run.
Died. When you die on the Coney stream, you immediately close the tab. It's attached to your consciousness.
In middle school, I used to run my own YouTube channel. At the time, I had a modest 1,000 subscribers
1,000?
and mostly posted
Okay,
gaming
Logan
event
Paul.
streams and videos.
Okay, Mr.
I went
Beast
to a
Jr.?
small private school where everyone
Sheesh.
knew each other, so naturally everyone at the school knew about my
Big
channel.
shot, bro.
The school was small, so whenever anyone did anything at the school, it was news for a long time.
Did you publish Cringe?
Eventually, I stopped uploading videos for
Did you
around a
post
year
Cringe?
and deleted most of my content. Then, I noticed videos blowing up around the internet of kids doing stupid things online, such as eating weird shit or hurting themselves unintentionally.
Yeah,
The YouTuber in me activated, and my genius idea to go viral was to start posting videos of me eating sticky notes and plastic
Funny!
forks and other
Funny! You're not
generally
supposed to
extremely
eat
cringe
those.
things to my channel.
You're not supposed to
The
eat that
videos
stuff.
went pretty viral, averaging around 10K views per each video compared to my previous amount of around 100.
Okay.
Soon, word got around in my school about my recent YouTube fame.
All right.
It didn't help that Redditors swarmed the comments with extreme cringe, and I embraced it at the time.
Okay.
You can imagine what happened to me at school after that.
Uh-huh.
Many years later, people still mention the videos even though I deleted them all around 5 days after I released them.
That's the end of the story. I mean, you know, you posted some cringy shit. You were young and silly and dumb, and you got a little bit of fame. How old were you? Middle school. You're fine. It's fine. You will be associated with that forever, but that's fine. That's not too bad. I don't know why you eat plastic forks. That seems really hard to do. Like, do you snap it? Do you keep, like, bit by bit? A kid at my school posted a video of him dancing and singing shirtless to Chocolate Rain. Fuck. All the cringe shit I did is I graduated high school in 2006, which is, I think, the year that YouTube launched, which means I perfectly got him right then. None of my shit is on YouTube. None of my cringy, all of it was on live journals and Zats and MySpace and shit like that. I was born in 2006. Good fucking Lord. It's weird to think now I am double the age I was when I graduated high school. I've lived past high school for double now. Fuck. Weird, right? You can call me old, but it's going to happen to you too. Just wait. Half my life ago. Fuck me. Yeah. It's going to happen to you, man. Telling you. A lot of you will be balder than me. You better start embracing it. Don't go for that comb over. I'm just telling you, people will see it. You got to embrace it. No, I would rather die. That Trey Parker quote from that South Park VHS tape has been stuck in my brain every year as I get older. The one that I've told you guys about. No matter what, I will always remember that quote because I saw it for the first time when I was 12, and now I'm 35, and I keep... Subscribe with Twitch Primer Tier 1. Here come the ads. If you subscribe, you get no ads. If you don't subscribe, then you do get the ads, and then you're going to watch them, and maybe you're going to join the National Guard. Mods, send them to the Air Force. What was it? If you don't subscribe, you don't get to hear the Trey Parker quote. The funny South Park joke. So I had a South Park VHS tape when I was a kid. And in between the episodes, they had these little vignettes. And it was like a Christmas thing with Matt Stone and Trey Parker. And Trey Parker had like a bit. And I don't know what it was, but it was an episode about Stan's grandfather. And they were talking about how Stan's grandfather is old. And they said the idea of growing old terrifies them. And like Trey Parker, it's some kind of quote that was like, I'm scared to death of losing my mind and growing old. That's why I've asked my family to put a bullet in my head when I turn 30. And when I was a kid, I was like, wow, 30, that's so old. Ha ha. That's silly. Ha ha. And now I'm like, oh. Oh. Because I saw that when I was like 12. You know? Crazy. Okay. Da-na-na, ba-na, ba-na-na, ba-na. New voice. Are you close to turning 30? I just passed it. I just passed it.
I use the toilet bowl as my storage container for my massive collection of chicken noodle soup. Needless to say, 3 weeks later it had a richer broth.
That's the story. Okay. So you started with the soup. You're peeing in the soup. Why did you put the soup in the toilet? Surely it had to have been in a container previously. Did you just have like 20 Campbell's cans? What happens with all that soup? Would it clog the toilet? That's weird. To feed the alligators? I'm trying to think of what circumstance would elicit you putting chicken soup in a toilet. It feels like asking AI for a cringe story. It's weird because some of the stories go on too long with too much like exposition and backstory. This one, I would love a part 2. Like a prequel, maybe. How did we get to this moment, right? He said it has a richer broth, which implies to me that he ate it. No, I just think it means that it had a very thick skin on the top. It was probably like a Frisbee. Like you picked the whole thing up. I think we know as much as we need to know. Ugh. You guys ever pee in a toilet and forget to flush, and then you come back like a few days later, and it's like it's like a swamp. You know what I mean? Like algae on top of a lake. You never done that before? I don't know why how I've done that or when. Few days, yeah. I don't remember how or when I did it. I haven't done it in the last like 10 years. Maybe I did it when I was a teenager or something. I don't know. What the actual fuck? I have no idea why. Oh, you know what it might have been? It might have been like before I took a shower. and I peed, and then I took a shower, and I forgot the toilet. That's all I can figure. I don't know. I can understand overnight, but not days. Well, if you don't use that toilet a lot, but then why would you shower? Because you would use the shower more. I don't know why. All I can tell you is that there is a smell to it. It's very gross, and there is a thing on top, just like soup. That's diabolical. Yeah. Sorry for all that.
I accidentally printed 900 of my face.
Why?
No, I am not kidding. So I needed to print a goofy
900?
picture of me for a project. I wrote a sarcastic, "I'm a fantastic writer" on it.
Uh-huh.
My best friend and I went into the library to print it out.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't print in color. So I ended up messing with some of the settings and accidentally started printing 900 of my colorless face to one printer.
Okay.
We rushed over and hit the cancel button as quick as we could. We had like 3p copies now. Crisis averted, right? Wrong. Because the library has 2 printers. The cancel just sent it to the other printer and it kept going.
897 pictures of this
During
lady's
fourth
face.
hour, I was called down to the library,
Keep
at the
sending
time
it.
still thinking I
Keep
had
printing
managed
it.
to cancel it. The lady at the desk slapped a huge stack of my face down and asked if I had anything to do with it.
Would you say no? I don't know who did that. We need to get to the bottom of this. Who could have done this? Someone's up to something.
And that's why I've been hard banned from the school library.
900 pages. Just a silly picture of you 900 times in a row. Banned from the library. Now you're going to be dumb forever. That's so sad. Bro is not reading. Not
When
for
I
free.
was 15, which would have been around 2022,
Oh my
I was
God.
going to a school dance with a bunch of
Baby
friends.
chatter.
I used to be very awkward around girls, especially the girl I had a crush on at the time. She came over and sat next to me, and I was so pumped that she wanted to sit next to me, that during Sweet Caroline, at the bum bum bum, I banged the plastic table. Due to all the adrenaline and testosterone flowing through my horny mind, I banged with a bit too much gusto, and every drink and plate of food flew into the air and covered everyone, including my crush's beautiful handmade dress. I was so mortified that I left the dance and went to Taco Bell.
Ba, ba, ba. My water! Holy shit, dude. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, there's no recovering from that. That's extremely funny. Excellent story. I wish there was a recording of that. That's extremely good. I don't even have a joke to add onto this. This is tremendous. Slamming the table. I just imagine this one also got an audible gasp from everyone around. Well, I think that the funny thing to me is that there are 3 bangs. So so it's not like one time and everything jumps. It's foo, foo, foo. And by the 3rd one, all stability is lost. Oh, that's a good tale. These are good stories tonight.
I had a crush on someone in my school, and we used to take the same bus every day.
Okay.
One day, I got this idea that if I acted like Shadow the Hedgehog, it would make me look cool and catch their attention.
Oh, has this ever worked, I wonder? And I'm genuinely asking this, has being cartoon character edgy ever worked on attracting someone? Unironically, it worked for me. Word?
One day, so
I guess it depends on what you're being like edgy about. Like if you're doing like a James Dean, like smoldering, brooding loner type, or if you're like lamenting the Chaos Emeralds or trying to find the person that shot Marie or whatever the fuck Shadow's motivation is, that's a little different. That damn Chaos Emerald.
So I sat next to my crush on the bus and started
Depends if
mimicking
Twilight was
Shadow's
out, true.
serious expression and cool attitude. I thought it would be impressive, but it didn't quite go as planned.
Okay.
The other passengers on the bus looked at me strangely, probably wondering what I was doing.
What does Shadow do? Does he like sneer? What? I don't know what you're doing actively. Like, are you just making weird faces? What is Shadow like doing passively? Like his idle animation?
As I tried to imitate Shadow's lines, my voice cracked, and it sounded more awkward than cool.
Oh, so you're just saying idle dialogue. You're just saying what he says randomly? Okay. Humph. I'm the coolest. Just alone yourself on the bus over and over.
I could feel myself turning red with embarrassment. My crush didn't say anything, but I could tell they were uncomfortable. They never sat with me on the bus again or talked to me the same way.
I don't know. Why Shadow? What, like, why him specific? Like, Sonic is cool, right? Is Sonic not attractive? You could do Sonic. I'm not gonna lie, you do that on stream, Coney. Do I? Do I constantly recite Shadow quotes and make Shadow faces? Is that what I do? Let's face the Shadow, mate. I'm turning him a little bit too. He's just angry. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to make a Shadow face. Looks like a Muppet. They're different genres. What, Sonic and Shadow? I don't know how you imitate Shadow.
One time when I was little, I had just gotten this big UFO Lego set but had to stop building it to go to the mall with my mom.
Okay.
I was wearing a big jacket and was getting really hot standing there online with my big jacket on.
I get it.
But didn't want to tell my mom how hot I was getting because I didn't think it was worth the trouble of taking off the jacket when we'd have to carry bags or something.
Okay.
So then I fainted in the middle of a justice.
Okay.
The employees brought me to the back rooms so they could get me some water and cool me down as I regained my consciousness. Later, I had to go to some heart doctors and all the whatnot to see if it was a one-time thing or if it was due to a condition.
You do everything. Oh my god, this asshole's back.
Give the kid some slack. He's imitating the ultimate life form.
Thank you, Shadow. Forgot these things were on.
Later, I had to go to some heart doctors and all the whatnot to see if it was a one-time thing or if it was due to a condition. By the time we had gotten home, I was fine and just wanted to get back to building my epic Lego UFO, and my parents, concerned I wasn't fully fine yet, asked me as a test if I knew who Stan was. Stan is the name of our cat. The idiot I was decided it would be funny if I said no.
More
because
appointments!
Obviously I know who Stan is.
We gotta see the neurologist!
My parents must have been so afraid the faint gave me brain damage after that, but when I realized the situation, I apologized profusely and had to explain it was a joke.
It's a joke. Oh no. Our son had a stroke and he's not funny. It's really good. More appointments for the son. That's good. My son is cringe. Oh, no. That's good. I've never been to the point of fainting, but I would just take my jacket off. Is that just me? True?
For context, I am an autistic, barely 11-year-old here. My mom and...
Like, in the story? Not in chat, right? You shouldn't be here. Like, here, you mean in the past. Okay.
My mom invited her friend, who had a kid about the same age as me who I was pretty close with, over to our house. She thought I would be excited to play with him.
Okay.
Alas, that week was Summer Games Done Quick 2015.
Okay.
I had been watching it all week on my dad's fucked up old iPad.
Okay.
I was upset that he was coming over because one of my favorite games to watch runs of was coming up that day. I tell my mom and she basically told me that she doesn't care because she wants to chat with her friend anyway. When my friend arrives later, he wants to do normal 11-year-old shit with me, play Frisbee or Nerf guns or whatever. I tell him firmly something along the lines of, well, I would bet at 120 with Twix is running, I wanna be the Boshi.
What if it was the Tombo run? I mean, for that, you witness history, you know? There are probably some runs that are worth missing out on Nerf and outdoor play for.
I tell him firmly, do you want to watch it with me? He has no fucking idea what I am talking about because most children do not watch shit like this.
Imagine explaining Boshi to an 11-year-old kid. It has so it's so referential.
He tells me no. I spend the
Boshi? Shut up. Boshi, whatever. I don't care. I beat the game and it was easy.
He tells me no. I spend the rest of the playdate sitting in my room watching Boshi. At the end of the visit, he just stares at me as they leave my house. This still haunts me to this day.
Is sitting on the iPad glued to it watching I Want to Be the Boshi, just staring at it. Your friend is just sitting next to you, just completely dumbstruck. Not cringe, watched Boshi. What is the most... It's got to be up there for, like, most embarrassing game to have somebody, like, watch a speedrun of. It has to be. Because Boshi is such, like, gamer shit. If they don't get it. Hoonie Pop? Nobody's speedrunning Hoonie Pop. Come on. There's more potent cringe out there. Name one. Bayonetta? Well... I mean, that's just cool pictures, especially if you can skip the cutscenes. Pretty stuff. Kingdom Hearts. Nintendog. Doesn't Smollett have, like, a world record in that game or something? He speedrun it? Something like that? Them fighting hurts? I don't think you speedrun that. That's a fighting game, right?
Jesus. It was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, jeez.
I went abroad to Japan, and it was like the most fun shit.
Awesome! Sugoi!
However, I know like next to no Japanese.
Uh-oh!
I was a lazy bastard and didn't study beforehand, which would have made things a lot easier.
Gilgamesh!
For the flight there, we went from Chicago to Tokyo.
Okay.
A 13-hour-long flight, for those who have not tried it, sucks.
It's not that bad.
And it is even worse when there are like 3 loud, obnoxious toddlers crying and screaming and being annoying when you're trying to sleep.
Sure.
So I get off the plane and my mind is just
Konnichiwa,
gone.
dude!
Like there is nothing behind my eyes. And I get my luggage and follow the group I'm with to the hotel.
Uh-huh.
When we get there, there's a group of people who would help bring our luggage to the floors we were on.
Cool.
My pea-brain decided to ask, "Excuse me, could you carry these 2 pieces of luggage?" She turned around. And I shit you not. She only had 1 arm.
Not again.
She gave me this furious look and stormed away, and I immediately felt horrible. I just stayed in my room that night out of embarrassment while everyone went drinking.
She's back! She's now in Japan. I wonder if she whisked herself over there with her sorcery. People just watching Cringe Confessional for the first time have no idea what I'm talking about. This is a recurring character. You should watch some older episodes. The one-armed witch. Yeah. That's funny. Chatters be making up the one-armed witch. I thought it was a leg. I don't know. It's 1 limb. It keeps changing. She's magic, okay? I love the idea of you saying, hey, can you carry both of these bags? Not just one. I need both of them carried. Just to look at it like a challenge. You forgot this one? She has the one. Oh, that's a good story. That's good. Lazy. Coney, where's the poop story? You know, there's been nothing tonight. No poops. Lots of peas. No poops.
Which one limb to limb? How many will it take, streamer?
Nice try. So close. You forgot the colon. Love fucked up TTS.
I work across the street from a coffee shop. Every day I work, I go in and get basically
Predict
the same
on
thing.
Poop story? It's not a bad idea. You guys want to see? We have how many stories left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories left. You guys want to bet? I'm going to throw up a predicty. Poop story and final 7. E. Compton and Keen are the only 2 that know. 100% there's a poop story? I don't know. There's the predicty. Yes or no? Imagine coming into this chat just randomly and seeing that prediction. Huh? Does he mean like today? Yes, I did. I think it's a poll. You guys could do some insider trading, actually. You could be DMing people and telling them, you know. I don't know, and I made it. All right.
Eventually, one of the girls who I work across the street from a coffee shop.
Change up the voice. Let's go to the UK. Time to go to... Oh, wait, I can use AI voices. I forgot I can use one of these. No, because it always cuts off in the middle. And then YouTube will be mad at me. Oh, can't have any fun. Why can't I replace voice actors? Wait, it's TTS. They're not even... Whatever. Let's go... I did Ryan. Did I do Will?
I work across the street from a coffee shop. Every day
Peter,
I
now
work,
we
I
started
go
with
in
Peter.
and get basically the same thing.
Yep.
Eventually one of the girls who worked there started to talk to me more.
I forgot Will talks
We
slow.
were-
Hold on, let me pick it up a little bit. 1.2? Okay.
We were awkward, but it was really nice to talk to her.
1.15.
We were awkward, but it was really nice to talk to her when I went in there. She would always have my orders ready for me early and everything.
Oh, that's sweet.
After a few months of this, she asked if I wanted her number. But this is where I need to take a step back. I'd been in a relationship for the last 2.5 years. But I was so ungodly awkward, the only thing I could say was, sure. She gave me her number, and I lost it later that night when I did my laundry and forgot to take the receipt. She wrote it on out of my pocket.
Oh, that's bad, because you're going to go back in there. Because you go in there all the time because you're a regular, so you're going to see her again. It's weird now. I could see missing this interaction and not even thinking about it, just autopiloting, and they're like, do you want my number? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then you're, oh, wait, hold on. Just not reading it right in that very small window of time. That's not bad, though. You go in the next day and say, hey, I lost that paper somehow. Yeah, but if you're in a relationship, if you're asking for the number again, then you are the one initiating this thing. You get what I'm saying? What if the girlfriend finds it?
She gave me her number. I was so embarrassed I didn't go back for months.
But you did go back.
Eventually, she showed up at the place I work not knowing I'd be there, and we ran into each other. She asked me if it was a mistake for her to give me her number, and I was instantly filled with awkward dread and said no. She asked if I wanted her number again and I panicked. I said sure and typed it into my phone.
Not again. This is undo. Not again. Not again. This is actually a moment we could use undo. Well, now he feels guilty. You gotta commit. You can't. You just, I mean, at this point, you can't say no, right? You're stuck here, man.
The problem is I was instantly pulled away to work on something and didn't actually save the number. At the end of the shift, I went to text her only to find her number gone. This happened last week. I'm terrified of my own stupidity.
This poor girl. poor girl. Why are you messing with this poor girl? Why are you doing such a cruel joke? If you don't like her, just say that. Chatter? Why do you keep getting her number and letting her down? She's waiting for a message from you. Why can't you just tell her? This poor woman. Oh my God, dude. Bless her, I guess, for being persistent, though. You guys are going to run into each other again. Comedy comes in threes. You are definitely going to see her again at some point, and it will be the funniest punchline imaginable. I can't wait. Please write back in. Probably happened already, because this happened back in May. So. What does your girlfriend think? Did you tell her? Maybe you should, because, oh, wait, that's the third time. You're going to run into her with your girlfriend. That's how this resolves itself, and it will be hijinks for everyone involved. Perhaps you'll be out at a fancy dinner, and then you and your girlfriend will be there, and then you'll see the other girl across, like way across the way, meeting someone. And then you feel like you have to talk to her, and you keep going to the bathroom in between the two tables, and you keep going between them. Yeah, good script writing. It'd be very funny. I wonder why nobody's done that before.
This one is very recent, as of my writing this.
Okay.
In English class, we were working on the warm-up, which was to pick an infamous person we may like to interview.
What,
then
like Al
to
Capone?
define the word infamous.
Uh-oh.
Now immediately the first person to pop into my head, and judging from the rest of the story, the first person to pop into everyone's head.
Okay, what is the first person you think of when you hear the word and there it is. Yep, it's already in the chat. Oh, you know. Yeah. Do you have to ask? Well, I think the teacher the teacher's kind of setting up the kids for this. And they're like, think of an infamous person and interview them, and not saying not Hitler. Like the teacher's behind the desk just XDDing like they're going to do Hitler. Everybody here is going to do Hitler. Like, when you think of the word infamous, it's kind of synonymous, right? I said Al Capone earlier because I didn't want to say Hitler. But that was the first thing I thought of, obviously, as we all did. But I said, oh, let me think of something less controversial. Okay,
then to define was a certain Austrian former artist.
Yes, it was him.
I leaned over to the person sitting next to me, and I tell her under my breath, someone's gonna say Hitler. We both chuckle quietly and she nods. But when the teacher calls on a kid on the other side of the classroom, the kid answers Hitler.
Yep.
We burst into laughter, and the teacher immediately chews us out.
That's not funny!
She goes into a talk about how incredibly rude it was and how it plays
Stop
into other
laughing at
students'
him!
fears of being laughed at, which is a... She goes into a talk about how incredibly rude it was and how it plays into other students' fears of being laughed at, which is a little less reasonable by now, at the end of the year, when we're all collectively phoning
Hitler.
it in.
I can't.
So I'm trying not to laugh as the teacher is getting pissed.
I mean, I would laugh at this too. Everybody in the class was thinking it. It was the first thing my entire chat said.
I apologized to her, then to that kid later over text. That's when I found out he answered it as a joke, and now I'm laughing even more at home.
Everybody's laughing at the teacher. Everybody had the same answer all the way through. Of course, that's what everybody's going to say. We did it here. We did it in chat. We literally did it at the start of this story. We don't even know the story, and we all did it right here before the story started. We all know. We know who it is. Everybody was a part of it. It's like I'm really in the classroom. That's a great story. Dude, the stories tonight have been... there've been less cringe, but tremendous tales. Truly. Very fun night. Yeah, funny night. Yeah, that's good. Interviewing Hitler. Oh, that's funny. did you ask? Why'd you do that? What is your problem?
Okay, so basically.
Bro, why are you doing that?
Okay, so basically, a few months ago, I
No
was
poop,
on a
not so
Discord
far.
server with friends, right, and we were in a voice chat and asked for a deck list I had on my account.
Mhm.
Side note, as a furry, I have some questionable content on my computer, and
a
when going to
calculator.
copy-paste my deck list to show to friends, I had accidentally copied an art piece instead, and well, they ended up seeing some hunkas of the Vanguard card Soul Saver Dragon and
Soul Saver Dragon? Let me go incognito. What? This is so specific. Cards, dude? Cards? It's not even pixels. Like, Tifa is at least, like, pixels, right? This is paint? What are cards made out of? Cardboard? Paper? Okay, don't laugh at me for saying Tifa. I don't know if it's Tifa or Tifa, and I always say it wrong. It's always the other one. Be nice. I see the vision. I mean, I guess it's just boob armor. Why does she have that? Okay.
they ended up. Now I'm known in that friend group as the Dragon Lair, and I'm never living that down again.
Oh, that's funny.
P.S.
That's
The deck
good.
list allowed one of the friends to win a regional, so there's that.
Okay, that's a funny story. Dude, being a furry must be living in constant fear all the time. No one can ever know your greatest shame. Except around other furries, I guess. Or you could just fully own it. Wear the suit everywhere. But I guess there's a difference between like furry suit and furry illicit material. What percentage of the chat is furries? Please do a poll. I'm so curious. More than you would think. I think I genuinely have a relatively furry audience. 40%, that's high. Maybe like 10. They're everywhere. I get nervous sometimes because people on the internet are weird, and I love animals, and I've always loved animals. But loving animals and saying that you love animals on the internet makes people weird and make assumptions. I disapprove more furry stories than you think. Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. I believe you. In the Cringe Confessional thing. Coney census. I'll put that on the list. Are you a furry? Check yes or no. Lola Bunny doesn't count. She doesn't. Dude, being attracted to Lola Bunny is not a furry thing. She is a hot woman who happens to be a rabbit. Like, they designed her to not be a rabbit. This is so stupid. You guys are doing, like, 2015 cringe stuff. Hey, yo, he said a bunny? He said a rabbit? Oh, ain't no way. Like, yes. It's a human. You're kidding. This is so stupid. I'm so tired of this. Same with Candy Kong, then? Yes! That is a human woman with human woman proportions. It's not the same. That's what furries are, bro. To different degrees, there's a spectrum. What about Lopunny? No, that's an animal. That's weird. No. Stop. No. No. There's a spectrum of this shit, man. Crazy. So you're admitting you're on a spectrum of furriness. No, this is stupid. This is so dumb. It doesn't mean that you're a furry if you would be attracted to Lola Bunny as she existed before. That doesn't mean you're a furry. Okay, Playboy bunny centerfold with the ears on. Are you a furry? Everything else is completely the same, but she has the little headband on with the little fake ears. Does that make you a furry? Yes, it does. Okay, got it. You guys are so stupid. They're so fucking dumb. What about Crystal from Star Fox? That's an animal. That's an animal. That's not the same. And I'm killing this conversation now.
When I was a sophomore in...
How is that different? Oh my god. Crystal is not explicitly sexualized the same way that Lola Bunny is. At least I don't think so. I never played the game. Maybe her design is a little bit, but her characterization, as I understand it, is not like that. Google Crystal right now. Okay, I know her look. She has the boob armor. Literally wrong? What? Is she sultry in the game? Whatever. I don't want to talk about this. If she's like that in the game, then I rescind my point. I'm wrong. I'm saying Lola is like in the movie. All the characters see her and they're like, hubba hubba, awooga. I want to fuck that rabbit. Every character in the movie says that except Michael Jordan. So like that is her character. I don't think Crystal does that. But maybe I'm wrong. Jazz music plays when Fox looks at her. All right, fuck me. I'm wrong. I concede. Because all the animals, all the other characters are animals. What if Michael Jordan, a different movie? Like, he doesn't do anything about it, but he has, like, these casual side things about how much he is attracted to Lola Bunny, but in the same, like, bad Michael Jordan acting. Damn, Bugs, you got to get a piece of that. just a very, very stilted dialogue. That was in the first draft of the script. Bugs, are you going to hit that? Because if you don't, I will. All right, let's call this bit. This is stupid. This is so stupid. Gee, Michael, I don't think it'll work out. Okay, this is enough. Worst stream ever record time. Yeah, this one has gone quite off. I lost a follower for that. My bad, whoever left. I didn't mean to put you off.
When I was a sophomore in college, I was in a teaching program that had us go teach for a week or so at a high school.
Okay.
I am someone that has a bit of social anxiety, and more specifically a bit of a public speaking problem.
Okay.
Not the best combo for a teacher in training.
Nope.
Anyways, my teaching assignment is to teach at a higher needs school. It was for remedial algebra 1, meaning those that failed at the first time during their freshman year. These kids are also known to have motivational and behavioral problems. However, after the week goes by, I found myself getting more confident teaching the class, and getting to know the kids better and better. They were really cool, and some tried a lot harder for us than they do for their other classes, which made me really happy.
Okay.
At the end of the time, I am saying my goodbyes to the class, letting them know how fun it was to teach there for the week, and even got a group picture with them. One kid, DeMarcus, says something like, "You're a really cool teacher," and tries to dap me up.
Oh no. Do we know how to do that?
Something simple, and I really enjoyed teaching and talking to this kid in particular during my time.
Okay.
My brain panics for some reason, thinking it would be unprofessional to do this, and thus I just smiled and nodded, not even shaking his hand, to which the kid looked very dejected. That was the last time I saw him.
Oh no! Oh, dude, I bet that hurt. Dude, you failed him? Oh, man. He's never going to believe in himself again.
I just
sent DeMarcus down a dark path.
I just finished my 3rd year of teaching high school chemistry, and this still makes my brain cringe to this day.
God. That child was left behind. God, that's tough. Failed the depth check. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, you don't get taught to dap someone up. You kind of just learn by fire. And I don't remember when I learned it, but I had to have gotten it wrong a lot before. You know what I mean? It feels instinctual. Like, dapping somebody up feels like it's like a natural thing, but I had to have not known because I'm a white kid from the suburbs, so I had to have been taught at some point, but I don't remember it. Like the dude head nod when you pass people? Yeah, exactly. Like, there's something, it's easy as hell. Well, it feels natural. It feels very like, I suck at it. You just clap hands and then lock at the fingers. Just. And if in New York, you do a little bounce with it. Like, this. I love it when you get the pop. When I get that good pop, I'm like, oh, baby, I like this guy. It's like in The Sims when the 2 pluses go above your head. If I get a good pop with someone, I'm like, I like this fucking guy. I don't know why. I think it's the confidence to go harder on it. You know what I mean? If you get a good pop, it's like, okay, this guy and I are on the same wavelength. If you get the pop, you're friends forever. Exactly, yeah. Something like that, yeah. I've had weird interactions in the game. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but imagine being, okay. Imagine being me, an esports professional in some space, meeting another esports professional. Don't laugh. Imagine being me. I'm meeting another esports professional, but it's in a casual setting, like an esports arena after party or something. Do you dap or go handshake? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not always obvious. Dap? Not always, though. Bro, when I met Yipes for the first time, I'm like, dude, I don't want to assume. Like, I respect your work. You are a professional caster. I respect the fuck out of you. But you're from New York, so you know what I'm saying? Like, Yipes would hug people first. We did hug. But I did shake his hand first, because I'm like, I don't know where to go with this. Like, I was like, the first time I met him, I'm like, same with Sajam. I was overthinking it. I don't know why I'm like, I got it, but it's like, you know what I mean? Do you see a dap is not professional? No, I don't care, but I think other people might. Like, you can't get in the brain of the other guy, right? This is a struggle all white people have. Is it? I feel it. I really do. I do sometimes when I meet people, I'm like, or like fans, right? If I'm at like a tournament and people meet me, I'm like, all right, what do you want to go for? Fist bump, right? Fist bump. All right, we fist bump. Because I'll dap all the time. But I also don't want to assume, right? I just default dap. I should, but you never know, bro. Awkward handshake for sure. Yars, you're getting a hug, bro. Come on. Come on, you get the full treatment. Come on. Fist bump is always safe. I hate fist bumps. They feel so condescending to me. I don't know why. It just feels so like, I don't know. I used to be a big handshaker. Now you just got to default adapt. Yeah. It's germ safe. No, that's true. It just feels weird to me. It is cleaner, though. You go, little guy. Yeah, it's like a toddler thing. Hey, good job. Like, you hit the ball off the tee. You kick the ball into the goal, and you're 6 years old. Hey, good job, buddy. Go get your orange slice. Taking the handshake immediately and asking them, where's my hug? Hey, where my hug at? Oh. Okay. Sorry, this was a long tangent. I love chat, by the way. Just coping on poop to pop up somewhere in the story. Like, he got really nervous, and he felt his bowels going. And then... Chat is fanficking poop into every story. And then he pooped. Let's go! I like fist bumping when I'm leaving after meeting people I felt indifferent towards. Really? Just, I will not remember this conversation. Give it up.
So I was in ballet class, and we were trying to do pirouettes and stuff.
Uh-oh!
And no matter what I did, I couldn't do them right.
And then what happened?
As this continues, I try multiple times. Still nothing. I began to not take a break in between spinning because I was growing more and more frustrated.
Sure.
This led to me falling Looney Tunes style, my legs flying up as I hit the floor. Everyone stared at me as I tried to recollect myself. Everyone began laughing so hard, including my teacher, who would ask mid-laughing, "How did you even fall that way?" I was so embarrassed.
I don't know why I picked my glasses up. I could just do this. Wait, that's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. It just, I fell down. It's America's Funniest Home Video story. It's just you fell over and everyone saw it. But you're spinning. It's a ballet class. It's gonna happen. It is pretty embarrassing, I guess. This isn't cringe. I fell down like a cartoon. What is that? I mean, I guess you had to be there. They fell down like an anime gag. Ah! Like the thing where the next frame they're falling over. You know, I talk a lot about how my friends in high school were into anime, and I always thought it was cringe. They were really into Gurren Lagann, that's it. And I think Fruit Basket or Fairy Tail, one of those two. Fairy Tail, I think. But there was one anime that my friend Drew liked. And I never watched it, but I've seen some of its clips on Twitter now. And I get it. And I'm like, okay, I could see why this is funny. And that anime is called Golden Boy. I get it. It's like standard, like, you know, pervert guy tries to get laid thing. But it's very funny, the bits that it sets up. The swimming thing, you know, it's I get why my friend loved it. Yeah. Yeah, the swimming clip, yeah. And it's a good dub, I think. So, but my friend would talk about it in the same breath with the shit that I didn't like. They all watch Naruto and I'm like, I don't get it. Gurren Lagann, stuff like that. So, it's really funny and holds up great. I think, yeah, I see the appeal. Surely. Coney, watch JoJo. I'm not doing that. If I watch anything, I'm watching Akira and then Bebop. That's probably it. One Piece. Get the fuck out of here. You are a time terrorist. Do you understand that? Telling me to watch One Piece? You are trying to monopolize my time into one activity for like a year. Stop that. I'm not doing it. Is it okay to call people that on Twitch? We'll find out. Hey, maybe I'll see you guys in a week. Dan, if you're watching this, it's a joke, okay? Why don't you just soften up a little bit, okay? Banning me will not make the site more profitable. True?
Back before first grade, I believed that gravity was a ghost kissed fucking with me because everyone I lived with wasn't clumsy enough to drop everything like I did. I would go on about my hypothesis about the spooky ghost. I even tried proving it by putting my DS on a ledge waiting for the ghost to push it. Fast forward about 3 years, and I learn about gravity.
Wait.
When it was explained, I had a huge existential crisis because I had been wrong about something for 4 years. I had loudly said what? The ghost isn't real? In the middle of class.
Wait, so to be clear, you thought that the force pulling things down to the earth or ground was a ghost. Like when you dropped food, you're like, oh, it's that spirit again. It's a phantasm, truly. This place must be haunted everywhere I go. And when you found out that it is a rule of the world, along with anything else, you loudly proclaimed, the ghost isn't real. Like, people chat. People in the class are going to be like, oh, yeah, I thought that too. No, my mom told me it wasn't a ghost like a year ago. It's not a ghost.
I had loudly. The stares from my teacher and classmates was awful because I thought everyone
Everybody
knew
has
it was
their
a
own
ghost.
personal ghost.
I had to explain why I said that, and then got laughed at for like a month until the first grade memory wore off. I still remember it after 8 years.
I would never. I don't think I'll ever forget that story. I'll remember you forever now. That's very funny. Kids are so stupid in hilarious and unique ways, and I think that's beautiful. They all have their own little understandings of the world, and they're all so wrong. It's amazing. Wait, Chatter is 13? Wait, 8 years ago? First grade, so 6. Oh, Chatter is 14. I think that's allowed on Twitch. Is that allowed on Twitch? Someone type, I'm 14. You might get banned for typing that, but we'll see. Okay, it's 12. Do not type, I'm 12. Your account gets nuked, apparently. I love the Twitch. Like, instead of putting, like, I guess you can't really fix it, but, like, Twitch's best course of action, its strongest protective measure against underage people on Twitch is them declaring their age in a Twitch chat. That's the one way they've found to catch them. I love that. Gotcha! Like, that's the first thing anybody in chat that is underage will say. But I guess they would, yeah. Either no one in chat said it or some did and they got banned. Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder how many people, like, try. If my viewership just poof, I go to 500 viewers. That'd be funny. When do we get our channel points? It's not over yet. There's one more. Hold on.
I am high school band director.
Okay.
We were working on our marching band show, and I kept reminding.
Why do you say band like that? Band.
We were working on our marching band show, and I kept reminding.
The way he says band is funny to me. I don't know why. Band show. There's something about the pop in that.
We were working.
Like talking Ben. Band.
We were working on our marching band show, and I kept reminding the trumpets to not overplay by saying, guys, don't overdo it. Don't kill yourselves. They listened and things were going
They
great.
didn't kill themselves. Great.
I get super excited. I yell top of the show. Everyone is getting hyped up. I yell for the color guard who was practicing with their sponsor. Hey girls, time for our final run through. Everybody is getting excited for the final fun before competition. To this day I don't know why, but I look straight at the trumpets, with a smile of excitement and say, okay guys, it's time. Kill yourselves, meaning to give it all they had, but obviously that's not what the kids thought and all the students laughed. I am somehow still at the said job and currently tenured, thank God.
All right, guys. Is everybody ready? Color band, are you ready? All right, top of show, kill yourself. What? Jesus Christ. Director? Hey, stop. What kind of show is this, man? Oh, my God. Oh. Nuke the VOD. This shit's not going up. Imagine. Don't send that to Dan Clancy. Don't send that to Dan Clancy. If you're watching this, I'm quoting a story. I'm not suggesting anything, okay? That ain't cringe. That shit is common in marching band. Band directors telling students to kill themselves? How often is that happening? What are you talking about? I guess they mean like kill it. You know what I mean? Let's kill it out there or something. I have seen Whiplash. Yeah, I don't remember him saying that, but I didn't even rehearse for that. What does he want me to do? What kind of show is this? That's funny. It's like break a leg to the next level. That'd be a fun world to live in. That just becomes a phrase that people say. to encourage each other. That phrase is coming back. Thank you, Voidemon. Void Demon. I think that's it. It's starting to come back. I've seen it more. I say it to my friends all the time. It's making a comeback, surely. But you know what's over? This episode. Guys, that's going to do it for Cringe Confessional. Thanks for watching. What was your favorite story? Remember to tell me below. Watch this magic. Check out below the video. Like the video. Like the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Like to the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Did it work? Tell me in the comments. It hasn't yet. Some people say it does. Some people say it doesn't. Let's say goodbye to Twitch. Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, Twitch. You guys talk. So long. Goodbye, everybody. Like the video. Like the video. Subscribe. Subscribe. Like the video. Like the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Thanks for watching Cringe Confessional. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. It's a bad outro. I didn't really do a CTA. Smash that like button? Is that what you say? Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Stop a-boba-ing. Stop. Wait. Oh, no. Yeah. Guys, stop. 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 Okay. Sheesh. I think we need a redo. No, that's all they deserve. It's YouTube, alright? They don't get the premium stuff. They get the slop. Okay! Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching another episode of Cringe. I'm not fixing the focus. It's the end of the stream anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a good night tonight. That was a pretty good episode. Lots of funny stories. Not as much poop stories or cringe stories, but good. Oh, let me pay you guys out. Bro, I just looked at the goal.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
That's next time I watch later. Bro, look at the goal. We're at 2794. We only need one more to hit the sub goal and only 6 more to hit 2,800. And I don't think I've ever been at 2,800 subs. Am I wrong? I don't think I've ever done that. Yeah, I don't think that's happened. What's the prize? Or you're not going to believe it. You'll see it when we hit it. You're not going to believe it when you see it. Maybe next time. You always say maybe next time. Like the dad from Angels in the Outfield. You won't sub to my channel until the Angels win the pennant. Come on, man. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to stream Palworld tomorrow, maybe. I think. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Because we all get to play. And we're going to have a little server. Thank you, Tinker, for the Prime. Appreciate it. Pay out the gambit before you leave. True. True. No poop. Here you go, doubters. Congrats. No poop at all tonight. Truly amazing. Amazing! Amazing! Amazing. Palworld side stream? Not tonight. Perhaps another night. I want to give myself some time away because I'm a little burnt out, like I said. So, thank you, Shippu. 3 years. Big 36. Thank you so much. Yeah, Palworld tomorrow. I think Sunday should be a good reactioning day. It'll be a good time. Okay. Shut up, oaf. Give us Mao. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Just this once. Just this once. Hold on. I'm not supposed to do this because it kills the VOD. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. I'm not supposed to do this. But for you guys, for one night only. Here you go. Okay. Good night.